I said you're live. Oh, I forget you had to push the button. Like it goes live. Like it puts it into your like a live thing.
We're literally not. Okay, no, we're live.
I was about to say, yeah, we are. It goes to your live.
Hello
thing.
and welcome to the Weeb Crew on YouTube.
On YouTube.
I'm Sai.
I'm Mumi.
Gundam style. I'm their guest. FDC.
And I'm Graggle Simpson.
You're Graggle.
Oh, you remember that one thing years ago? I forget where they did this, but like, you guys know Gill Eyes here?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, never heard of it.
There was one, I forget a video, like they were parodying Trash Taste. This was very early on, and actually, it may have been here. I actually may have been Weeb Crew, where and it's like, hey,
yeah, that's the one where he's like, "Oh, I love all the isekai, especially the ones made by Katakawa."
No, yeah, and and Gil just goes like, "I'm Japanese."
That was a good bit.
It's a good Joey the Anime Man impression.
No, right? No, he was supposed to be Joey, and he's like, "I'm Japanese."
They didn't see my vision with that. By the way, they were like, "Why are we doing this? This is gonna be dumb." I'm like, "No, it's good. It'll be good. I swear."
It's so iconic. I remember it like
it was good
5 years ago.
It was a good bit. I had to fight him on it. I'm trying to get everything set up so we can
watch movies,
have a fun time.
I'm always messing with my microphone settings, so I hope I'm not too quiet. I think everyone in the call can hear me, but if you can hear me good in the chat, let me know in the chat. Just say like,
pull up the chat.
Just say like,
did someone say something?
John sounds so good. Stop it! Don't gaslight me.
3 size.
I don't like being gaslighted.
What was I gaslighting you on before?
You kept saying when I posted my thumbnail, you were like, "Oh, the text is too big," and I was
I said the text needs to be smaller. Well, I guess
right, and I was afraid. My issue was, do you think it's too small? And you're like, it needs to be smaller, and I was like, please stop gaslighting me.
Oh,
it should be smaller though.
No. What needs to be smaller? It just says Empty Geist 8K restoration.
Yeah, it needs to be smaller.
No.
No volume issues. That's good.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm refreshing the Twitter page for the AnimeGo Twitter account because in like 10 minutes or so they're gonna start their panel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going on at Otakon. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be like our first thing on the docket is the AnimeGo releases before we start talking about some anime YouTube videos.
Yeah, we're gonna like refresh the Twitter page and react, even though I know all of the announcements already.
Okay, but you can act surprised when you hear them.
I am going to act surprised because I don't know what order they're going to announce them in or what.
Oh my god, Thunderjet!
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm probably quiet as hell. That tends to happen.
You do sound fine in the call.
I might can fix it a little bit.
Yeah, it tends to happen. Oh.
I can put the volume up to 130. That should probably help, I think.
Yeah, I also need to just like actually talk into the microphone sometimes, as sometimes I don't.
Oh, Mumi, you could put up the new the tweet we put up on our fan subs page. The new announcement.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
I like that Hayden reached out for like approval before posting it, as if I would ever deny such a wonderful tweet.
Let's see.
Sorry, that's from me.
You probably don't want to scroll
too far down
Twitter feed on
it's fine. I had to scroll down past that, but then we're fine. We're good.
Yeah, the Hayden fansubs Twitter only follows us, and so whenever we log into it, we see just racist tweets from people we don't follow.
Do we know Triton?
Yeah, can you enlarge that so chat can see? Yeah, Triton, that's whatever. People already know about that.
Oh my god, Trident is such old news.
This one?
It really is. No,
gonna say, like, you guys already
No?
announced that.
Trident is
That
old
no.
news. It's the one
But-
below that.
Oh my god, that's old news. Please scroll down.
I already got the one below that. Are you watching the YouTube stream or are you watching?
I am watching.
Yes,
I'm
you
watching.
understand I'm a moron, right?
I was absolutely doing that, but I wasn't playing into the being like 10 seconds behind.
I'm watching like a 20-second delay going, what is he doing?
What are you
Right.
doing?
No,
Yeah,
Can you
this
read
is
that
our
out
new
loud, please?
announcement.
Wait,
Yeah,
am I?
Mumi, can you read it?
the
Yeah, can you read
chat-
that?
the chat
Hold
cuts it off.
suspiciously masked ninja Akage complete batch shaped belly.
And then read the rest.
Yeah, read the rest. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, great! It's Japanese.
That's Mandarin, I'll have you know.
Is it? Wow.
It's traditional Chinese.
Well, if it's not Japanese, I can. No, you still have to stay in my tummy for a little while longer, but you'll be able to come out soon.
A lot for like, yeah. I guess kanji. I guess they really not. They didn't even know what they were doing with this kanji business.
Yeah.
Streamlined a bit.
Yeah, Mass Ninja Akakage is coming out soon. Whenever it's done.
It'll be out when it's out.
Incredible.
I've always wanted to watch.
Yippee!
Vast
So
Ninja
exciting!
Akage.
We did this for you.
I
we
know.
Just, we knew how much you wanted to see it, and we figured, before you die, you have to see Master Ninja Akakage.
I really appreciate the effort y'all are putting in to make sure I can watch Mass Ninja Akakage before I die.
I can't put a face to it, so I have to look it up on Taiga.
Have you seen the Giant Robo OVA?
Yeah.
The ninja with the red mask, who's part of the Magnificent 10?
Yeah, see, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life.
Okay. Does that guy show up in Giant Robo?
Yes, he is. He's one. That's most
In like
people. I
episode
think.
12 or something?
Don't tell me you LARP
No,
Giant
he-
Robo now.
Yeah, you were LARPing Giant
I'm
Robo.
not LARPing Giant Robo.
Giant Robo doesn't even have 12 episodes. It has like 7.
That's right. Yeah, why did I say 12?
Oh my god.
I'm thinking why
Oh.
why it's the length of like one core. Okay, all 7 episodes, like an hour each.
Well,
That feels like-
He's
Akakage
not even
is-
trying to hide it anymore.
appears in the OVA as one of the Magnificent 10. And he's really cool.
There's so
He's
much
got a
in
red
that.
mask, and that's why he's named Akakage.
There's probably a video like this on YouTube of like going through Giant Robo and being like, that's what that's character's from.
I don't think there
that one's
is.
that one's an original. That like there has
None,
to.
I don't think any of the characters are original. I think they're all sourced from various.
They're all from fucking Yokoyama manga.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, that's nuts. That
Sunny
opening
is in
always
Giant
fucks
Robo.
with me, man. That opening with like it shows a bunch of cool robots and like, oh my god, take all these different robots down, and they never ever show up.
Well, those are robots also from other Yokoyama manga.
That's what I mean. And I'm like, who are these motherfuckers? And they're like, whoa, look at all these motherfuckers.
Especially Gaia from who is originally from Mars. I was like, oh, that's a cool robot, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, you're not going to see it, so.
Right. Like even though my favorite's like that one. I think it's gold, and it has both of its arms up, and it like
That's Gaia.
Yeah, it shows up a bunch of like sparkles.
Yep, that's Gaia from Mars.
Okay.
The Gaia from
Hi,
Mars.
Ari.
Hey, Ari.
And that has
Ari did show
Mars
me
has, like,
some
an
videos.
OVA.
Mars has so Mars has it has, first of all, God Mars is very loosely based on it.
Okay.
6 combination God Mars. That is I didn't stutter. That is the name.
Yeah.
um,
I was thinking
That's-
Mars, the 94 OVA from.
and then there's a 92 OVA. You LARP so hard, man.
I'm not LARPing. I'm looking at the Mars right now.
I'm just messing with you. There's a 92 OVA that's only 2 episodes, and then there's a 12 or 13 episode series that was done by Akira Tsuburaya, and it's like doo-doo butts. It looks like garbage trash. It's the Genma Wars, even Pathology guy.
Yeah.
I guess we have quite a bit of people in here now. We should
that
probably.
neat?
Hello. I guess we
It's
did.
probably it's because my last stream I had Izzy Boy on, and so now I'm like this big deal because Izzy Boy was on my stream.
True. Yeah.
Oh, we should react to that video that you posted in private first.
The video I posted in private.
That John posted.
What I post?
You know what you fucking posted.
I don't remember.
In like
Attitude
in the
Avengers.
chat that you just
Look in
said,
Weeb Crew private. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's play that video first.
The first
Okay.
video. No one knows what's coming.
Incest. You probably heard that word before.
Hold on.
Wait.
I didn't know what's coming either.
Is this a Kexi video?
No, it's an Izzy Boy video.
I love
Okay,
how
yeah,
it
no,
just,
you're right.
it just starts just incest. What? I wasn't.
Is the audio on?
I didn't get the audio just now.
Oh yeah. I have y'all. I have the audio muted for y'all on here, but let me unmute it. Now you should have the audio. Let's
Can you
roll
start
it
over,
back.
please.
Yeah, let's roll
Yeah.
it, run it back. Let me make sure I
Take two.
because I'm so used to just like adjusting the audio
One of
and the
those-
size of the screen.
One of those videos that like they just have it. That's like that's the first frame of the video. Like you don't give somebody like 5 frames to like click on the video and like adjust their eyes.
No, you're just immediately flashbanged with.
Incest. You probably heard that word before. Wait, not probably. You
It's
definitely
vertical
heard that
now.
word
What
being used
happened?
before in the anime
I still can't
community.
hear it.
And you know
Wait, y'all can't hear it on.
What
hold
What
on.
happened to your display? It's now like a phone vertical screen.
Yeah, you turned on TikTok mode. You didn't unmute the
Hold
fucking
on,
audio,
hold
you
on,
dipshit.
Hold on. Yeah, what? Wait.
Oh my fucking god.
What is happening? Ugh.
Oh,
I guess that would work.
I wasn't. That's what was happening. I was streaming OBS. I wasn't streaming the window. That's why y'all couldn't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this one more time.
Take 3.
incest. You probably heard that word before. Wait, not probably. You definitely heard that word being used before in the anime community. Any normal anime fan.
I've heard it
will see
other
people
places
talking
too, Izzy
about-
Boy.
You make incest. It sounds like incest is like an anime exclusive word.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
like you know.
He's
I
very
have to
confident,
explain-
though. You
Guys, I have
can't-
to explain what
can't
yaoi
even
is,
deny.
okay? Or I need to explain what hentai is.
Listen, all right. This is a very time-honored Japanese. No other country has ever
no other
experienced this
cultural
phenomenon.
medium depicts incest.
The incest.
This is only 59 seconds. That was the perfect length
in
video to
their
react
anime
to.
Twitter timeline, and they're probably thinking, "Why do I keep seeing incest? Why are they so popular in the anime community?" Well, I'm glad you didn't ask because I'm gonna answer your question right now. You see,
Wait, hold on. What's the answer?
I could never. Wow, this is a short video.
Yeah, it's only
We're
59
already a third of the way through the video.
All thriller, no filler.
True.
This is gonna drop the answer. What do you think that the answer is gonna be?
I wasn't even paying. I wasn't even.
Yeah, what's the question exactly?
The question is why is there so much incest in anime?
Cause it's hot.
Because
I get you probably want to get
think
rid
it-
of
I
that.
think-
because
like,
when Japan lost World War II, they banned state Shinto.
I if I'm going to take a serious crack at this, I think it's because anime depicts a lot of different things,
Hmm.
and it's like it does so many different things that like the number of incest that you see in anime is unusual, even though it's still only like probably 20 total, like actual incest. Like it's probably like 20 anime.
I also think that like in Japan, there's more of an expectation for the female members of the family to take care of the male members, and so there's sort of a projection of that.
Okay, now let's see
Also,
what
I'm
the
gonna
answer.
It'll be interesting. I wonder if this creators has if you've seen or know of Koikaze.
Let's see. Have you seen Koikaze? Let us know in the chat if you've seen Koikaze.
Shout outs to Koikaze.
All right, now what's the answer?
appeal for incest anime is that there's an older brother and a younger sister, which can be non-blood related, and together they do wholesome stuff. Nothing.
Wait. What? It's not incest if they're not blood related. What?
Let them finish.
Sexual, nothing illegal, no crimes being committed, no one is breaking the law. It's just a sustaining relationship, okay, YouTube? Along with that fact that many people in the anime community are very, very, very into the incest genre. And this isn't me being biased.
The incest genre!
So you may be wondering now,
It has a tag.
You into incest anime too? And my answer is that the only good incest anime ever is Kiss Exist. And I will stick by that statement.
Okay,
until the
finally,
day I
one
die.
example.
Anyways, that is all I gotta say. Take me on.
They're not even blood related in Kiss 6, are they? Am I thinking of something else?
I couldn't tell you,
I
unfortunately.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen
I'm a
it
bit of a
myself.
LARPer when it comes to incest anime.
You guys
I have
don't
to
know about
admit.
Kiss Sis?
I know about it. I haven't seen it.
Oh my god. I remember watching the TV show when it was airing.
Yeah, wow.
So
was, like,
the reason
when was
I,
that?
I do want to clarify the reason why I
Yeah.
posted this video. I think I told Hayden about this, but when I streamed with Izzy Boy, I mainly did it from the perspective of, oh, he's a younger anime fan who wants to learn more about older stuff and see stuff. So it's like, I want to, expose you to some of that stuff and then get your reaction and also try to like help you find more stuff that's older that you might like. But they also it was sort of detached from them making anime content. So during the stream, I did go to their YouTube channel and I was like, oh, you do have some anime content here. And the first thing I saw was the video, The Appeal of Incest Anime. And I said that on stream. And, everyone goes, oh, ha, 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 ha. So the next day, we streamed on a Friday night. The next day was a Saturday. And I'm FaceTiming with my mom. And while I'm talking to my mom, she goes, oh, yeah, by the way, I watched a bit of your stream last night. And I went, oh, yeah? And she went, what is the deal with that Izzy Boy talking about incest is good? and I was like, oh, no, he's, it's like a thing in video games and anime. He's not really, it's not real. I basically tried to say it like that. And she was like, she's like, well, he's a little freak, I think.
Nailed him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Nailed it.
Yeah. I actually asked her because I've shown some clips of my mom before, but my mom has a very thick Bronx accent because we're from the Bronx. And so anything she says sounds funnier. And so I actually asked her, can you record yourself complaining about Izzy Boy and send it to me? And she said she would record it, but I haven't gotten the recording yet, so I'm hoping she sends that tonight.
Fuck. I was pogging in real life as you said that, and then you just fucking blew
I know.
I
I still have the video of her complaining about how Back at the Barnyard is a bad cartoon because it's not as good as Pinky and the Brain.
That is a good point.
Yeah, she nailed it.
Is the percentage of only children in Japan notably high? Because they're generally speaking incest lines or something to do with sisters tend to. I mean, it's not necessarily like notably high. I think it's in. Okay, I don't want to get into it because like there's a can of worms in itself. But generally, incest is like the appeal of incest is a very psychological thing where it's like. It's not necessarily like you were into the idea of wanting to sleep with a family member specifically, like a specific family, but like the taboo or the idea or like the allure or fetish kind of fills in like a psychological need. Like if you imagine, like if you read up like Mother Son or something, it's not necessarily that you want to have relations with your mother, but there's like some kind of like need of intimacy that you did not get from your mother. Kind of it's all very Freudian, it's all very complicated. I'm not equipped to talk about, but
you're no Izzy Boy on the subject.
I'm not Izzy
we'll say
Boy.
that.
It's about ease of access as well. Yeah. I mean, having a sister or like a step sibling, you're engaging with the opposite sex with someone that is like nearby and available. You don't have to go through the hoops or
Do they
the
have to be of the opposite sex?
no. No, they don't. But I mean, like,
Well, you just said they have to.
uh, moving on. What?
Wow, just because Pride, you just think just
Wow.
because Pride Month
let
is
me tell ya,
over, you can
it
come
would-
out here saying "Pack it up, Skittle Squad," and wow, just
if you wanted like see it tackled in a realistic kind of like we are going to go this far with that type of deal. I do recommend Koi Kaze. It's extremely harrowing and
Koikaze is
like
pretty good.
really like bold and beautiful. Not in like not in the subject matter, but like in the presentation of it. I just love the ED. I love the character designs and the backgrounds, and in the like on a production level, it's really great. But no, like it straight up like really goes for it. And it's very psychologically harrowing. But awesome. Kicks so much ass. It's
Would you
rough.
say it's better or worse than Kino's Journey?
I like Kino's Journey more, I would say. I actually don't know if I might have Koi Kaze rated great, well as Kino might be a good. Because episodic or whatever, and I like some episodes more than others. But I would say overall, probably Kino's Journey. I'd probably pick between the two of them.
Okay, so I'm watching Kino's Journey right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I were to watch Koi Kaze literally right after Kino, it would be a downgrade.
Yes.
I
I would.
guess so. I do. I have Koi Kaze rated higher than Kino on my list. But I do like Kino a hell of a lot. I'd probably, if I rewatched it, I'd probably give it a great.
Well, that doesn't make any goddamn sense, does it?
Oh, you know what? My notes. I'm reading my notes from when I watched this fucking like nearly 10 years ago. I said, "Hot damn, that wasn't enough."
For Kino?
Yeah, I was like, I wanted more than 13 episodes, I think.
Some
And I
of the-
didn't get like clicks.
Yeah.
Some of the
You
new
don't really get
episodes are
closure.
pretty good.
The 2017 one?
Yeah, some of them are okay.
No.
Like
No.
the goat. Okay, the goat episode is all pretty good.
Yeah.
With the sheep and the
This
the
is such a
field and all
weird
that.
comment. I was such a weirdo 10 years ago. I wrote, I hope Kino finds the cure to her small mouth syndrome.
damn. You could have been an anime reviewer with notes like that,
Dude, I was such an elitist prick for years. Before I watched like Ashino Joe, I could literally feel myself like, I'm not going to be a cynical cunt anymore.
Is Ashino Joe actually what broke that barrier for you?
I want to say so, yeah, because it was like it made me feel like when I finished 2, it felt like I had found my favorite anime, and I didn't need to harp on whether something was bad. I didn't need to like prove it with like I didn't need to like rally against something. Like I'm still down to say that like part 3 isn't JoJo part 3 isn't as good as part 4, or Ranma half is a disaster and shit like that, and be admitting that certain anime didn't work for me, but I no longer feel the need to go out of my way to be like, you're wrong and I'm right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, especially transitioning into my 30s, I shook that, and I
Yeah.
shook that because I had a lot of friends who helped me get through that, and I feel really bad for people, and I mean this quite genuinely,
Yeah.
for people I see who are my age or around my age in their 30s, and they're still like that.
Yep.
Because like because like I can see that it's causing you a lot of stress, and
Yeah.
like they don't realize, and I know they don't realize, because I didn't realize that like you need to shake
No.
that,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
you will only improve as a person and your interactions with others if you shake that. And I think it's hard for people. It's not as easy as it sounds.
It's
Yeah.
it's
No,
genuinely a
straight up.
skill. Like it's something that you have to like develop and kind of like expand your like purview. Because like I can engage in stuff in that same way. Like I mean, my favorites are like Legend of Galactic Heroes, Technolites. Like it's very much in line with that kind of like
Right.
aesthetic.
Elitism.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like I understand, but it's like it is something that you have to like. You're approaching. A lot of times when I see it is like you're approaching media from a very like narrow perspective, and it's like, oh, things have to be this way for like the writing to be good or whatever. And it's not necessarily taking into account like the things that you may not be aware of or like you might be ignorant of that you are missing in a
Mhm.
work. There are things that like as I've read more into like Japanese cultural studies, as I'm like trying to understand a work or an anime or whatever, that you realize like,
Hey,
oh, this isn't the only, like there are other ways to appreciate a show from different angles that like if you
Yeah.
are not aware of it, you just miss it completely and you're like, oh, this is a very shallow show, but you're missing a whole layer underneath.
I agree. You end up having a narrow perspective on shows, but that happens regardless. I think the difference is like you have a you have a narrow understanding of a show, and you think that's the right one,
Mhm.
and everyone else is wrong or whatever. Versus like you understand that this just happened to work for you. If you happen to really really like a show, it's like it might not be for everybody. Marmalade Boy might not be for everybody, but, but you know, but
I
it's
wonder
like,
what makes you bring
but-
that one up in
oh,
particular.
because you're watching it, Hayden. That's why.
Oh, I am.
Well, you're putting out screenshots and they look pretty good. They'd certainly make me want to watch that show if I hadn't already seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great show.
it has
But
been fun
but it's
posting
narrow.
screen
It's
caps.
still like narrow, but it's like I don't. It's still. I'm at peace with that, and I don't have to be. It's how I deal with that. You know, it's how I communicate those express that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be fucking omniscient. Like you have to
Right.
accept at some point, like you're not going to be able to appreciate some things, or like some things are out of your purview or whatever.
Exactly, and it'd be out of the purview of other people too. Like
Yeah.
it's like if you like a show and other people don't like the show, that doesn't mean the other people are stupid and wrong.
Also, speaking of dunking on shows, Proto Mecha said that they logged into their Twitch account to tell you to hop off back on the Barnyard because it's a great show.
Hey,
the fuck back.
hey, listen, I just want to clarify. That wasn't me. That was my mom, but she's right as well. So
Mm.
I'll try to get a recording of her telling you why you're wrong in her Bronx accent.
Maddie Hinn said your tone towards Kino 2017 might be a decent example. Sometimes we just have a visceral reaction to certain properties as well.
No, that one's just bad. No, that one's actually bad. Like I
Kino
I'm sure.
2017, it's fine. Like it's not.
I'm joking. To clarify, that was a joke.
John later said this was a joke. Do we have the what do you call it? The announcements and stuff? Has that been done?
Oh shit! On a shingle.
No, I've been eyeing it this whole time, and they've only been doing the recapping what's been out. They haven't done any new. They haven't said any new ones yet.
Okay, well, when they do, we'll talk about them.
I will.
We can.
I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know. You guys, we can just.
Yeah, shaves of our
can
eye
do
in the
what-
sky. We'll cut back the shaves of the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm reporting in and live, and it appears that we've announced beep.
Do kids even like know the eye in the sky shit and all that anymore? Like I feel like they don't even watch the news. Like I get so much like weather stuff recommended on YouTube. Like I feel like that whole
Right.
architecture of like news is just gone.
Oh yeah. Well, it still exists, and now they just post on YouTube.
Right.
Like those, like it's so that's like nice to have like local news, but man, yeah. No, I mean that's just like society writ large right now, where like local newspapers and local television are just like totally screwed.
So
Because you can't get that, because that sort of shit will never get any traction on big social media platforms like
No.
YouTube or Twitter or something.
no. Well, unless you're a storm chaser, and then you can be like just constantly be like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
tornado!" and then people will watch.
Or like a giant or like a giant bridge collapse or explosion, like something that would actually trend a little more.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then
Mothman
you might
sightings.
you might get it. Yeah.
So last week, me and Sai talked about where everyone went as far as the anime content creation space. I won't call it AniTube because I feel like AniTube is dead. Like that's just gone. Everyone at McKinney is dead. Everyone on AniTube is dead.
When's the last upload Kenny did?
No, it's a meme. It's a
McKinney.
meme where the Yeah, where the weatherman is showing a map of Texas during a heat wave, and McKinney's weather says it's 10,000 degrees.
Oh, right. Kenny's dead.
Everyone
Yeah,
at McKinney is dead.
That's right.
Yeah, the AnyTube is just dead. Like that. Everyone's. If you want to call like anime YouTube AnyTube, that's fair. That obviously that will never die because everyone's gonna make anime content at some point.
You know, it's funny. I gave up the AnyTube moniker like pretty early into Digest, even though I called it AnyTube Digest.
mm,
In the Digest itself, I would always just refer to it as Digest, and because I just didn't like AnyTube. And then
not as bad as YugiTube.
right, oh my god. But then I would also like call them anime YouTube videos, anime YouTuber, right? But like AnyTube, I just couldn't. I couldn't. I can't deal with it.
Did you
Like saying a
know?
slur.
Did you know they made after AnyTube died, they made AnyTalk. So the spiritual successor was on TikTok.
Yeah.
And now it's Media Talk. But yeah, AnyTube is just dead. Like anyone that I would define AnyTube as like a very kind of specific sort of subset of like anime content. And that was
Would you argue if you were to give a date of when it died, like if you were to give like the Renaissance, like when like Renaissance paint, like oil paintings was like 17th this period to this date to this date, would you say anime YouTube probably died in like 2020, 2021?
that's 2020 is probably where I would kind of 2019, 2020, and then start probably 2016. Like I think what
Start 2014.
would you start 2014? I was just thinking of like when it kind of like started growing as like a because I wouldn't
15.
yeah wouldn't like 2015 that
It's like 15. Yeah.
the Sword Art Online video Trixie did.
Right. It was like Mother Spaceman, Trixie, and yeah, just about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Giga, I think, came back from the BBC. Like he came off of his hiatus because he was like he had been doing YouTube since 2007, but there was like 3 or 4 years or something where he was not making videos at all. And like the last thing he made was like the anime in 2013 video, and that was like a plateau for him for a while. And then he suddenly came back after a while.
He did a bridging for a while too. That was how I found out about him.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Because he just showed up on the abridged forums and everyone was like, "Guguk is here," and I'm like, "Who's that?" And I was like,
UK.
Yeah, I was like, "Who's that?" And he had like 10,000 subscribers, which in the abridging community made him one of the biggest channels.
Right.
Because people think about like, oh well, Team 4-Star is big, and it's like, yeah, there's like Team 4-Star, Little Karibo, and then everyone else has like 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he was one of the bigger channels, so it was a big deal when he showed up on the forums posting his Evangelion parodies.
So AnyTube's dead. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think the idea of what AnyTube was, I think there were good things about it. Like I think the strive and the forward facing sort of like desire to improve and like understand the medium. I think that was a great thing. It sucks that that's not really a thing anymore. So that's like an aspect of AnyTube that I do miss. As far as like the content, I think it was kind of limited. And like the perspectives and the purview of like how people were approaching it, I think might have been a bit limited. So
I think that the benefit was always just the personalities. I think that the actual creators we had were really cool. Like it's okay if like the stuff wasn't like the most definitive or like the greatest whatever, it gets millions of views or something like that.
Yeah.
I think for what we had at the time, I think it was a fun space to be in.
Someone like Trixie did at least have confidence, which is something that like so many people lack.
Yeah.
Which doesn't exactly contribute to like gamers and people who are into anime, like, they're seen as kind of weird when the content like made around that stuff is also made by like geeky, awkward people. Like it doesn't help that notion.
Yeah.
So that's something that I thought was pretty good.
Right.
A lot of it was kind of Dunning-Kruger
I
for sure.
I
I
don't know
agree.
how necessary that is like today though. Like now you have so many people that are into anime that are more socially adept, I guess is the way to put it. Like I mean, that was a big thing when we talked to the anime men. That was a big thing with them, was talking about how they wanted anime to be cool, and like they wanted them to give that sort of space for like anime to like be accepted more like widespread and mainstream. So like I definitely think that is like a thing that is already kind of being achieved. I don't necessarily think that was you necessarily needed someone like a Trixie or someone to be confident to like usher that into like the modern era. Um like I think that's I don't know if we necessarily need that as much as I would say you almost need more like people that have more curiosity about what they're talking about. Like I think that's more important in the current stage. At least on like I don't know, it's weird because like having been on TikTok more recently, uh it's weird seeing them talk about stuff because again, it is very much like AnyTube 2016, like as far as like how they are curious and like engaging in stuff. They have like their own versions of like boring taste, I guess, on there in their elitist circles. They're all about obviously they have like Attack on Titan is like number one and all that, but they put like Joe and stuff in there too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Joe
It's just
is
more
popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
And
like
it's just more, it's become so much more accessible because it's on Crunchyroll, right? And
Yep.
the manga's getting officially published by Kodansha. So it's no wonder, really.
yeah, so like you have like that space. Like I remember seeing a post that Joey did. I think it was on a second channel where he was saying like there's not room for like I don't know if he said educational content, but like people just don't care about delving into like anime as deep anymore. And I'm like, no, like I think that's wrong. Like maybe like the algorithm or like the YouTube perception of like content has like poisoned the well so much that like people because like that's been my experience when I see people talk about like AnyTube outside of YouTube, right? Like they're like, oh, I'm not gonna watch that because it's an anime YouTube video, it's an AnyTube video, whatever. Like they don't
Right.
even give it a chance. Like it could be the only times that
Yeah.
videos take
by,
off.
by the factor of it being a video on YouTube.
Yeah, the only times people like videos take off outside of YouTube is like when people are posting like titles and thumbnails and they're like, I'm not watching that. Like this is stupid or this is dumb or like occasionally they will clip stuff out of the video, which I think we've done a couple times. So like it's not like we're immune to that, but like just people's outside perception of YouTube has like poisoned the well so much that like they don't even bother engaging with content that might go deeper. They're just automatically assume like, oh, it's on YouTube, it's not going to go deeper, I don't care to watch it. Whereas like on TikTok, people are curious. Like it's very clear that you have a group of people who are curious about these things. I will go and watch content of people kind of like going more in depth and like breaking stuff down or whatever. They are just not on YouTube anymore as much. Like I feel like the YouTube algorithm game is kind of like a solved one where it's like, okay, we have to do X, Y, and Z to get views. And we talked about this last week. Like so much content is you have to do the plot synopsis because if you don't summarize the plot in your video, no one's gonna fucking watch the video because they're like, oh, you're you're breaking down this obscure anime from 2013. I haven't seen it, so I ain't gonna watch it. So like you kind of just have to dumb it down to like the lowest common denominator kind of audience as much as possible.
Well, and it's just YouTube, where it's not so much about the individual creator as much as it is a curation, like a video curation thing of like serving videos to people who are looking for what they want to see, and not necessarily going to, oh, let's see if Bob uploaded today, or like going to individual creators. It's not so much about like the subscription page. Like I'm more old school that like I pretty much just look at the subscription page, but YouTube wants you to look at the home page and get recommended like random videos to you. And that's kind of how they operate. It's not so much on like a loyalty basis. YouTubers in general are kind of talking about how like subscribers don't really matter anymore. Um, it's just like a totally different game. Not to mention all the shorts that are kind of like swamping and overwhelming
I would say
YouTube and
that's
taking up a lot of the watch time.
I would say that's where TikTok is beating YouTube, honestly, is because you have
Well, they're catching up now because like TikTok, ever since it got like sold or whatever, it's kind of lost its cultural cachet. Like
yeah.
it was like unfucking stoppable in 2020, 2021, 2022. And then around the time we were like, maybe that we should ban this because it's China. Then they sold it or whatever, and Israel and everything, not to get political. And so I do think that TikTok has kind of lost a sheen or relevance, but more so the fact that YouTube has woken up that people are looking for shorter content, and so more shorts are being produced and clipped
Well,
and again swamping their site.
so it's not so much like the short content because like I mean, as far as like where TikTok is beating YouTube is it forces you to engage with the algorithm to like shape it.
Yeah, you can't click on a video on TikTok. You have to, or you could like search. This is how I did. How very little I used TikTok was to like, if I wanted to if I found a good TikTok from someone that was recommended me on Twitter, like someone reposted on Twitter, I'd look the creator up and watch their other videos.
Yeah.
But I would never just like do what TikTok wants me to do, which is just there's no interface. It's just scrolling, and it will determine what it wants to feed you based on what you watch, or what you skip.
Short form content is ruining
There is
society.
there is a functionality on TikTok where at the bottom it will show you like a search result of something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it does encourage you to look deeper into something. If something comes across your page and you find it interesting, it does give you the tools to like look deeper into it.
Yeah. Besides like a like function, yeah, you could actually kind of like, yeah, more of that, please. Cool.
It's just more
Yeah.
like community focused because like you can make reaction content or like the reply guys stuff that people used to do, reply girls, I should say, on YouTube. Like that's all built into TikTok now, where they've taken it out. Ari said short
So
form content is
anything
ruining society. The thing about TikTok is they've made it where like now you can upload videos that are like 10 minutes long. So it's not just like the meta on TikTok is not the same meta as the meta on YouTube Shorts, where the meta on YouTube Shorts is very much just like brain rot content, whereas TikTok has brain rot, but there are people that have grown up on TikTok that just use TikTok as like their substitute for like YouTube or whatever, right? So they will look for like these people that just like record themselves analyzing a show for like 4 or 5 minutes, and like they will have large subscriber like followers or whatever on there, and like have people discussing stuff because that's just where they grew up and that's where they just call home, I guess, to like try to analyze and talk about anime.
TikTok also has a lot more built-in like community features. Like one thing that I actually like, the subscribe button on YouTube is pretty iconic, and I don't know if they should change that necessarily to like following. But what I like about TikTok is that if you follow an account, they'll show up on your notifications, which doesn't really happen on YouTube. But then, like, if you follow them back, you can message each other. YouTube used to have
We used to have
messaging
that, yeah.
between creators, but they got rid of that, which, probably a good thing. Because like,
Yeah, I think everyone talks about how good it was and not necessarily why they got rid of it.
yeah, I mean, it just opens up a lot of grounds for like grooming and stuff like that. Which is probably maybe a thing on TikTok too. TikTok is so sanitized, you can't really say anything like crazy on
It's kind of
there,
like
or else you'll just get
1984 on
nuked
there.
into orbit. It is pretty 1984.
Like I've had so
Right.
many shorts that we just
I
were like
wasn't.
making jokes about like a dead body or something and didn't even say anything explicit, and it got like deplatformed to shadow banned because it was like, oh no, that's
Yeah,
a subject matter we can't put in the algorithm.
I think I made my first channel in 2011, so I I don't know what YouTube messaging was really like back then, if you had to, like, already be friends or if you could just
You
message
you
someone.
you didn't. You could just message anyone.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
And the TikTok
Yeah.
I do
euphemisms
think
are making their
YouTube
way
could
elsewhere.
use, like, a friend system to make it more of
They
a
they
social
they
media
also
thing.
had a friend system, but it was the YouTube friend system was like sort of a shortcut to sort of get people to subscribe, because there were people who would like accept any friend request, and just like you have a subscriber feed, you had a friend feed, and it would show you the videos of your friends. So I remember one trick to getting more views was to just friend as many people as possible. And then when you
Mm.
uploaded a video, it doesn't show in their subscriber feed, but it's in their friend feed. So it is going to their page. Um, I know that that was like a cheat code people would try to do.
Yeah, and I guess now, like, with
A
botting, like, that probably would be a problem as well, but I don't know, it's been so long, I think it could be valuable, potentially, for YouTube to, implement such features.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe.
Animego is announcing new stuff, and I want to point out they've announced Baby and Me, but it's not called Baby and I anymore. Shapes, any input?
Yeah. So
Uh, so
he was going with
so
Baby and I,
so
and
this
then
show, I just want to say, colloquially has been called Baby and Me.
yes,
Animego announces it,
as
and it's
Baby and I.
suddenly Baby and I.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
I know.
which I believe was to specifically insult Hayden.
No,
Um,
it was, you know, it was Baby and Me. And he was gonna go Baby and I because that's grammatically correct, I guess.
mhm.
You know, Akachan Toboku. But because Viz published it as Baby and Me, that's why we're changing it back to Baby and Me, and we got the permission, so it's Baby and Me.
Damn. Okay, so there's a little retcon
It is
going.
a you know, announcement retcon, yes. We didn't publish the discs saying Baby and I on them or anything, you know.
Mm.
We can take this stuff like that back if we wanted to. But yeah, no. It was Baby and I because it was, I think the reason was because
Whoa! First
Oh, yeah.
announcement.
Yeah.
I thought that had some rights issues to it.
Wait, link it?
Yeah,
I'll put it on
we got
stream.
it.
I'll link it. Actually, I guess I could find it on. I don't want to scroll on Twitter.
Yahtzee.
So, I guess this means the other properties that were in that rights issue, along with this title, are also sort of free, potentially.
I'm not sure. I think it could be a case where it happened to be this one was okay. Because I mean, a lot of these titles are still like their own thing. At the end of the day, they each have their own stories.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what other titles you're referring to.
So, the title announced was the Dog of Flanders, the film from '97, with Robert Loggia in the dub.
Oh,
right?
shit.
So, this had rights issues because Toshiba was on the production committee, and I believe it was Justin who said that Toshiba titles were off the table because Toshiba wasn't looking to make deals to distribute the works they own. And there's like a list of anime that were under that Toshiba umbrella
Right.
that couldn't be licensed, and there were some titles that were like highly sought after, like Dominion Tank Police, Ixer One.
This could be the case where, because this particular title is World Masterpiece Theater and other producers probably on it, it could have something could have probably happened where I'm just making, I don't know, but like it could be a case where because there's multiple producers on it, they're like, oh well, we have it and we can do it and everything. But if it was Dominion Tank Police and Toshiba drops it, you go to Ash Toshiba, they're like, we don't know what that is. Right. It could be a case where there's like Toshiba's the only person on the production committee and they don't give a shit, so it's fucked.
Okay.
I don't know that necessarily. But it's probably a case where the people that had it, we were able to talk with them and he was, it's a case when you're licensing these things, it's less about like going after particular titles, like you could if you want.
Mhm.
Like you can look into stuff. But it's more efficient to be like, what do you have on offer?
Yeah, like usually they have like a catalog, right? Where they'll
Exactly.
say like these are the titles we have.
Yeah, so like I don't know if they'll be transparent about the particular license that we're getting this from. I don't really want to say. But I believe it was a case where he like found out that they have this and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's see if I can go for it." And it worked.
Awesome. This is like a really great film. I remember. I mean, if anyone grew up with Pokemon VHS tapes, the VHS tapes always ended with the Ranma trailer, the Big Trouble in Nakoron, China, and then Dog of Flanders. Those are the two trailers that I always remember at the end of those Pokemon VHS tapes. So I'm excited to see this movie, and it's in 4K.
Yeah, we're a new restoration.
Awesome. That's exciting. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Gorgeous. And I'm happy, and I'm also just happy that like we have some companion to Romeo's Blue Skies, because that was just such a big deal that we got that, and
Oh,
it
absolutely.
hasn't really done too well for us. So I really like that we were having like kind of companion group. You know, we can kind of like put a couple titles together.
I want to do a video because I've been watching a lot of the World Masterpiece Theater entries, and there's
Yeah.
some that don't get talked about that I think really do deserve more discussion.
Yeah.
I'm particularly a big fan of the Tom Sawyer adaptation, and I never hear anyone talk about that one.
No, it's true.
Um,
You don't hear about anybody besides like the novelty of there's a Sound of Music anime, right?
yeah,
We're like,
yeah. Oh, look,
there's a
there's
cool one.
swastikas, right?
No,
In
but you
North
know,
America, at least.
I remember reading what is his name? Matteo Watts
Yeah.
Animetude reviewing a couple of them. I think he reviewed Perrine and really convinced me to watch that one at some point. And I think he did Princess Sarah as well. Like certain ones like that, they're like, yeah, some of these are really nice.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to do something where I don't know if I wanted to do something where I rank them and make it kind of like a funny video that's like funny informative, or if I like take select episodes where I'm like, these are like premiere episodes that don't get talked about. Specifically, like with Tom Sawyer, there's one episode that I think is like a great episode you could watch on its own, and it's about Tom and Jim trying to help a runaway slave get to freedom. And they
Yeah.
have to like do this thing where they like fake his death and they hold a funeral for him and they do all these things. And it's like,
Right. It's
that,
good. They're good books. So,
yeah,
you know, they're classics for a reason. So, you
yeah,
know,
where
it's
it's like there's
the
episodes
anime
you can
are so
watch in
constantly made.
isolation.
It's like, yeah, you got it. I really want to watch the Peter Pan one that
I watched it.
Murdered.
I'm gonna say this. I was disappointed.
Oh, that's too bad.
I thought it fell off in the second half.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that I get the
So it's like Combattler.
reasonable expectations.
Yes, it's like
Combattler.
Combattler V in that sense.
Damn. They announced the next license after Dog of Flanders.
Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, Rune Explorers. This is like a Kaiser Beams classic. I don't know if he's reviewed it, but this feels like something.
Yeah, he probably has. You know, if he's doing whatever he's doing now, like what was the latest upload he did?
Geo variable.
Right. If he's doing geo variable, you think he wouldn't have done Rune Explorers by now? You know, one of those things.
Also
Yeah, but
announced
yeah,
Real
I
Life.
actually had not heard of this before.
You didn't watch the GR Arcada review from 12 years ago?
No, I
That was
didn't.
that was actually. I do have to give Arcada credit. He is how I found out about this OVA.
Nice,
He reviewed
yeah.
it like literally like 15 years ago.
Oh, and there's
and he-
another new title after
Real
after
Life.
Rune Explorers, Real Life, yeah,
Now this one I'm not familiar with.
2015
I remember that one. It dropped all at
Yeah,
once. I remember.
seasonal. Right, that was one of the like early binge, like, whoa, an anime you can watch all the episodes right now.
Mumi, was it you or Izzy who watched this show but then like never watched the final 2 episodes?
Oh, that was Izzy.
That's always
Oh.
Izzy. Why would you guess not Izzy?
Because I know Mumi did that with Eden of the East.
No, I only watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Eden of the East.
Right.
I just dropped it.
They got the fourth announcement after Real Life now. They're dropping them
let's-
pretty quick.
Let's see what this is. Oh my
Antique
god,
Bakery.
I'm pissing and I'm shitting myself.
Very all very Justin coded, of course. All these like all those like, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll go for that. I'll pay for that. I'll handle that. Come, tell me. Sorry, I'm just quoting the Cat Williams Club Shay Shay interview. It got really quiet.
I'm so I don't
It's
have
just
any.
a bit
I'm just
disjointed.
I don't have much to say about Antique Bakery. I'm sorry.
Nothing to say about it either. That's fair.
I think we all knew that.
I'm happy. If anyone who's happy for that release, I'm happy for you.
Well, I don't even know what it is, honestly.
Oh, it's by the manga author who did Oku.
Oh,
Yeah.
Orca was good.
Yeah.
Promising. Well, I guess while they're so, me and Hayden were like going through some videos and stuff yesterday, and we have come across like some good stuff. Like this guy eKiller98 here, we came across his stuff. I guess he's like more of a TikTok person, but he did start doing YouTube stuff.
TikToker, I believe they call them.
They call him one of them conflamming ting tombers.
Okay, Grandpa.
Cum flamin'? What was that?
Dang nabbit.
Pause.
Pause. And select?
No, that was a figure of speech.
And select. Yeah, but we were watching some of his stuff yesterday, and they were what was yeah, we watched this one, which is the most popular one.
Anime watchers hate on tropes more than Freyren hates demons. And honestly, that shit pisses me the off. See, because these tropes have existed since anime has been anime. They're part of the culture. But nowadays it feels like some people watch anime expecting it to behave like modern Western media. Newsflash, anime has never been normal, and some people still don't understand that. And one of the biggest tropes people completely misunderstand
the juxtaposition of him saying that right after showing a clip of Love Live.
Hate fan service. The people complaining about it don't even know what fan service actually means. Fan service is just something added to a show specifically for the fans. That could be a cameo, a reference, a highly anticipated fight. For example, the Garp and Aokiji dap up impact frame. That's fan service because it's something the creator knows that the fans are going to love. But so many people confuse fan service with ecchi. And yeah, ecchi can be fan service, but not all fan service is ecchi. But anime watchers see one risky thing and all of a sudden
that's why I call it sexual fan service.
Or fan service ruined the show. And what really kills me is the double
I call it
standard, because
eroticism.
people will watch the entire plot of 50 Shades of Grey, but as soon as an anime shows a little too much boo, suddenly it's nah, bro, they doing.
I wouldn't call that.
And the argument that it shows up in moments where it's not needed doesn't make sense either. Because what about shows like Grey's Anatomy? They're literally supposed to be in a hospital saving lives, but somehow they're having sex every other episode. Sometimes in the hospital.
We won't watch the whole thing, but he is making some good stuff.
No,
like,
I
like it.
100%. I'm on board.
Yeah,
I like it.
I
like it a lot.
Got good energy. I mean, he's informed. He's talking about stuff he's not just like talking out of his ass.
Yeah, he's also not like really forcing any jokes or anything like that. I think that the energy and stuff is coming from his passion and like, you know, delivery, not so much in like trying to shoehorn something in, you know.
Yeah.
Mumi, you should be dropping the link to the channel in the chat.
I was also thinking that like it's a very subtle thing, but like you can always kind of tell a person's like where they're coming from by the choices of clips that they're using. And if it's sort of like, you know, if it's unconventional choices, it always you like a little beneath the surface, you know, they're not like, you know, an iceberg tier list thing. They're not like at the top of the iceberg. They're like, oh, you're showing that show or that show. It shows me that you know, you've actually kind of watched stuff and you know your shit.
Yeah.
It's a very subtle thing.
It goes a long way.
It does. And I thought these even the clips he was using was like, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, you can see his like short stuff.
Whoa. Okay, so Animego just announced Irabu's Office, and it's getting a dub.
Yeah.
Who's is this going to be NYAV post dubbed, or is it going to be Skyset?
Did they? I'm not going to say because it doesn't seem like they're confirming it yet.
Okay.
But I think he's told me. I'm pretty sure he told me. And I asked him, it was like, wow, this thing, and he's like, it's not that complicated to dub, or it shouldn't be.
So is it an OVA? Is it like something short?
It's like one core. It's like 11, 13 episodes.
Well, 13 episodes is more than like an OVA. I was thinking
that's
like,
one.
Oh,
13
sure.
like that's hell. Like the longest thing Discotheque dubbed was Lovely Complex, right?
It's 11
Was that an
episodes.
anime produced by Hiromi Seki? Or no, what's the other producer that I talk about in my Precure video?
Ari Coda, Baby and Me is not getting a dub, unfortunately.
No, God,
Damn.
what the fuck?
I mean, we can dub it right here.
You're lucky. It's getting subs.
Yeah, us four will. I'll
Yeah,
be the
Hayden
baby.
waited.
Well,
Hayden-
it was
Hayden
getting
waited-
subs, and it did
It finally got
waited
complete
12 years.
They
recently.
were lucky as hell that shit. They finished that shit by the end of that year, man.
Dude, that's like I think it was the guy subbing original Cutie Honey back in like the 2010s. I think he finished subbing the show like 2 weeks before Discotheque announced it for DVD.
So funny.
And he was like, "Well, I promised I'd take it down if it got licensed. Didn't think it was
Right.
gonna happen, but yeah, I guess enjoy this for 2 weeks."
Wow. No, but yeah, I think he's just like he was able to get a good deal on it. In terms of like, yeah, yes, it's sort of like the decision is always a financial one of
Mhm.
like, is it kind of worth pushing? Would this get more eyes and everything, like more sales if this is dubbed? And then like, the cost of dubbing versus like the cost of the license and everything. It's like I already paid up the ass for the fucking license. I'm not gonna dub it, But if he got it for cheap, then it's like, yeah, go for it.
And I've said this on stream. I think that having a dub always makes it more likely to sell because I know plenty of
does.
people who,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll just be like looking for something to add to their cart because they're like, oh, I want to get that free shipping. Let me just add something that looks interesting. And
Mhm.
I have tons of friends who will just go, well, what has a dub? Because, I'm not really looking for something I'm super into, but maybe if it has a dub, I'll put the dub on and check it out. So
Mhm.
I think having a dub always helps a series sell better.
Yeah, objectively, even just with like dyslexia or people who have trouble with subtitles or Japanese language content.
Yeah, that's Ben. Ben has I don't know if we've ever talked about this on stream or anything, but he has like it's called a keratoconus.
Mm.
It's like an eye condition, and he has to wear special contact lenses, but it makes it hard for him to watch to read subtitles.
Right, because they only go. You have to read for so long. So if it takes him a little longer to read, so like he can do manga just fine, but like anime, then it's tougher.
I have not seen this one, but this is like 2 weeks old, so it's a little bit older now. But it's from a channel, Recency Bias.
What a fun channel name.
Then Berserk, Video, JJK.
Sure. Thumbs. God, I hate thumbnails.
Same. I hate thumbnails. I never judge anyone's thumbnails because like I just fucking hate them.
No, I try not to either. Because again, I too am trash at them. Thumbnails are trash, and so am I.
We haven't watched. We didn't watch any of this one yesterday, did we, Hayden?
Proves a lot. I think we did.
Recency bias.
This might be the first Gurren Lagann video like essay I watch since I made my video.
Were you just Gurren
Yeah,
Lagann
the
down?
title is familiar.
I just don't. I just was like, I have no interest.
Gurren Lagann proves
That and
logic doesn't matter.
That and people don't like make videos about Gurren Lagann very much.
That's what I thought was kind of interesting. I'm like, oh, someone making a Gurren Lagann video in big year
in the big 26.
Yeah. Let's see.
Gurren Lagann is an anime by Studio Gainax. These guys. But they also made He Is My Master, and that was a weird show. Gurren Lagann, however, is a show that
Why did you show the
brings
manga?
That show is
down
goated.
anime by
Did you show the
giving you
manga just now?
confidence
I
that
think
you
it did.
didn't have in 7th grade to ask out your lab crush. And even when you come home crying that you didn't have a date to the dance,
Good sound
Gurren
design.
Lagann is there, reminding you all that matters is putting one foot in front of the other.
Does Gurren Lagann have 5.1 audio?
Logic out and do the
Probably.
Oh no, it's dub Kamina.
That's the way Team Gurren rolls.
Wait, so we showed the sub
Gurren
for
Lagann is
Simone
about a
and the
steady
dumb
and
comment.
timid digger named
Maybe that means he likes both. Maybe he's
He
just-
said digger with a hard R.
Sure did.
Ooh.
Simone, Trapped underground, Simone helps his village by digging new tunnels for them to live in, but even so, he is still rejected by many of them. Since the death of his parents to a cave-in, Simone has had no one except that guy believe he could be anything but a digger. So he digs, believing that none of it really matters because one day all of them will be crushed by the rock above their
The
heads.
slight pause before he said it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Gurren Lagann with 5.1 audio. So this is really good stuff.
And the
Audio-wise.
actual like quality of like
Gurren
the video
Lagann
making
follows a
great.
brash and headstrong youth named Kamina. His father left for the
I
surface
mean, I'm seeing it
years
like
ago,
the
and
equivalent of my
finally
phone or whatever. You
Kamina
know,
is
it's
ready
like
to
on a
follow
Discord
the path
call,
that he
like,
laid.
and
And
not
even
full
though
screen,
after
whatever.
countless tries he can't seem to escape,
Sigh.
he'll make sure that one day him
Let's see.
Yeah, because when's,
Ben 10.
when's the plot summary gonna finish?
He's comparing
What
it
does he
to
say about Ben 10?
Yeah, he's compared to Ben 10, which is
of storytelling. Recently, I've been watching Ben 10, and although I am 4 seasons in, I've realized you could probably watch the first and last episode of every season and get all the context you need. The show was made to be infinitely repeated on Cartoon Network, so the characters aren't really allowed to change, but even still, every episode tries to give the audience a lesson. Most episodes start with Ben doing some dumb kid shit, so Grandpa Max and Gwen are both like, "Shut it, dweeb!" Ben, the power of the Omnitree. So the rest of the episode is Ben and sometimes Gwen
What?
learning a lesson, while Grandpa Max
now we're
Did anyone
summarizing
else get that?
the weird like dub he did for it. Yeah.
Continual action and like the sub and like, huh?
I don't know.
I also just like, I don't know if this is just a big boomer of me. It's like I kind of wish he outlined exactly what he's gonna talk about in this video at the beginning.
Yeah,
You
like a
know, he
thesis.
just kind of started talking about Gurren Lagann in a general sense, and I were however long in the video. Obviously, we skipped it a little bit, but like, I don't have a sense of what the video is about, even besides like the title, obviously. But like,
What's the title?
What was the,
Oh,
I
logic
can, I
doesn't
can
matter.
barely I can barely read it. Like,
what was the actual hook for the video?
Gurren Lagann is
that's
an
the thing.
anime
I don't
by
think there was a
Studio
hook. I think he
Gainax.
just started
These guys.
summarizing Gurren Lagann.
Oh, the Shinji screaming is
Well, it's Gainax, and they also made this terrible show. Let me start summarizing Gurren Lagann. Like, huh?
and then you're summarizing.
Not
Ben
to
10.
roast.
Yo,
this guy.
Blue
Yeah.
Baron is asking us to stream for Discotex panel. Someone might already be doing that, and he might have a fun bingo card.
The cool bingo card.
Yeah, someone.
I could
someone
probably,
might.
I
It
could
might
probably
be
look at the
scheduled.
bingo card.
Yeah,
and
can you
find out.
okay. I'm gonna send you my bingo card, Shabes.
Yeah.
And based on how you react, like your body language, which I'll hear through the microphone,
Yeah.
I will be able to tell how correct I am.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so let me
And
pull
I'm
up.
also, it's just such a weird thing with Discocheck because it's like, oh yeah, I worked on that a year ago. Like there's our backlog is so warped. There's things that like, oh yeah, we have that, but did we announce it yet? I don't remember. Like there's gonna be stuff for that's gonna go up for pre-order, like when we announce the title for the first time. And like, yeah, now you can pre-order it right now.
Okay, so that is my bingo card. The dead center is what I'm absolutely positive 100% is going to get announced. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I have MD Geist 8K restoration. I also misspelled dinosaurs. I'm sorry, I'm kind of a LARPer.
Right.
I put dinosaurus, it's just dinosaurs.
Should put
Yeah, yeah.
Humongosaur for the Ben 10 stuff we were just watching.
Why'd you put Voltron
3.
on here twice?
Beast King, Go Lion, and Voltron are different shows.
They are 3.
Damn. Okay, so I didn't have bingo. and I'm sure it's the stuff that's like fucking obvious because it's shit that's like, oh yeah, well we already announced part 1, here's part 2.
Well, I guess yeah, I guess in that case 4.
Okay, so 3. I'm guessing Desert Rose, Brigadoon, and should I even include MD Geist? I think that's pretty obvious.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Lupin the Third TV Special Collection 3 is kind of obvious. I'm hoping for Tamer's Japanese audio, Pat Lieber on TV. Those were I'm like, okay, those are probably getting announced next. And then Kamen Rider Super 1 is like the next Kamen Rider. So I was like, oh, but
Yeah. Well, there is
Hi,
one
Ari.
of those that you just listed. We're not. So far as I'm aware, that's not on the horizon.
oof.
Well, at least not anytime soon. Like it probably will happen, but like
Okay, so Kamen Rider Super 1's not happening because
Not in
the
our-
lead actor is a fugitive. That's not a joke, by the way.
no, I'm not trying to be whatever.
Yeah, he is wanted by the Japanese FBI.
Right. No, but at least that means that one of them is kind of like a new thing. Like, oh,
okay.
cool. Ooh,
Ooh,
neat.
ooh, neat.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
but
do that. I'm
but
gonna
the
rub my
trick
belly.
The trick is, I don't know if it's going to get announced at this one or not,
Oh,
because
no.
like I'm working on it right now, so it's probably not going to get announced.
Yeah, someone mentioned Sukeban Deka. I don't know. You guys can't see my bingo card, but I have Sukeban Deka live action because I feel like that would be a good fit for Discotheque with their all the tokusatsu they're doing. But
Yeah.
I understand that like it's a little different than the superhero stuff necessarily, like the Metal Heroes and the Kamen Riders. It's a little different from that, so I don't know, but I thought it was a worthy guess.
Right.
Got this video. This anime changed how I see people from Oni anime.
Cute.
Oni
Cute.
Oni ame. Not Oni.
What?
Demon Rain?
Do you want to guess what the anime is?
Oh, that's a good,
MD Geist.
it could be anything. I have no idea. I don't know.
Change
Fucking
how I see people.
silent voice.
I was just going to say that.
Life, not as yourself, not with your memory. If you were given a second chance at life, not as yourself, not with
Oh,
your
Yu Yu
memories,
Hakusho.
but inside the body of someone who had already decided that
Inside
life
Mary.
wasn't worth living. That's the premise of Colorful, a movie that
Oh,
on the
okay.
surface
Oh.
may look like a
Okay.
simple coming-of-age drama, but
Cagey
underneath
horror
is one of
film.
the most honest explorations of depression, regret, and self-worth.
Is this Izzy
It's not a very
Boy?
colorful
And-
title.
Izzy boy.
And at the start, we are introduced to a soul who is in what appears to be some form of limbo or purgatory, when they are greeted with the rare opportunity, a second chance. The catch is that they aren't going to be returning to their own life. Instead,
You got your plot synopsis. Let's skip to like here and see where they're at.
regrets is one of the first moments where Colorful begins challenging both Mikado and the audience to look beyond first impressions. And that idea continues with Hiroka. Despite what Pora tells Mikado at the beginning of the film, at first Hiroka appears to have everything figured out. She seems popular, confident, and admired by the people around her. And if it wasn't obvious, dude is mad crushing on her. But the more Mikado learns about her,
Why do we got to keep picking videos that are proving our chat right?
Yeah, Shapes posted like 5 videos, and I watched almost all of them. And one of them I really liked. Actually, I like 2 of them. I liked the interview with Crunchyroll, but you were kind of shilling on that, so I don't want to.
Obviously. Well, yeah, it's a video.
I did like
Let's
that
see.
one,
Let's click on these. Let's see.
but this I think
This is
See, okay,
Kaiser
so-
Beams. Like,
yeah,
he's
so
been around.
I really didn't have anything to say about this because it's Kaiser Beams doing their Kaiser Beams thing. Like,
I only put in videos that I was like, yeah, I'd watch this.
yeah, like that's the thing is that like
Go
I
ahead.
don't really have anything to say. This is like what they do. They do videos
Yeah,
like
right.
this
No,
all the
yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah.
So this would be AniTube 2026,
Yeah, it sure
end of
would.
July.
Right. What do we got?
There was a
Yeah.
video on J-Star's Victory that I thought was good because I have a lot of criticisms, but I think they're constructive criticisms.
Yeah.
Like
We
unlike
did
the
make the Fungus Wumbus video about like Tori.
That's the one I meant, yeah.
Yeah. I've never listened to that intro at one point at one time speed.
Of Japanese anime and Japanese.
What? Do you watch all the Kaiser Beams videos at 2 times speed?
Probably no. I don't. It's like that's the first time I've heard that theme at 1 time speed.
Video games, a love of cute girls. From the time Dojin culture and PC gaming emerged from similar cultural spheres, nerds have always wanted to create interactive media where, whatever the conceit, it involved a cute anime girl or girls. These were usually visual novels with the occasional RPG thrown in for good measure. But then the 90s came around and introduced the world to a new genre that involved two people punching and kicking each other until one came out on top. Fighting games involving a primarily female cast emerged.
Clearly, this guy has not heard
of
of, what is it, ER Kung Fu on the NES?
Since even the most rudimentary fighting game required a cast of 6 or more characters.
Clearly has not heard of
that meant
Punch-Out!
creating a game with 6 or more anime.
Shaking my head.
I guess there's
And
that one too.
you, the player,
Does Punch-Out
get to
count as a
control
fighting
one of
game?
them.
I'm sorry, I LARP
Be
video
that
games.
girl as you launch a burn knuckle at the other fighter who is also a cute anime girl.
James, do you
And
skip
while some of these
OPs?
titles could fall into the realm of what we in the business
Sometimes.
call kusoge,
I always
they
watch.
have
I
been
always
an
obviously
enduring part of the
give
fighting
the
game
first time I've
scene
ever
for
watched
decades,
this OP
and
like
have
for the
been a
first time. I
good
watched
source
it
for
through,
many occult classics,
and
from official
I'd
titles
say
like
unless
Asuka
it's
126
absolutely
and Arcana
terrible,
Hearts,
I usually
to
watch it
popular
another
fan
2 or
games
3
like
times to
Touhou
see if it
Kisoken
sticks.
Koko. The thing
Um,
is, though, is that these
if I
games
don't
are
like it right away,
hyper-niche. They'll be
if I
popular
like it
in
right
some
away,
circles,
it's not.
but their
I'm not
reliance
skipping
on
it.
fan service and moe
If we're in a
tropes
group watch
usually
setting, I never
means they'll be
skip,
constricted to certain
regardless
streams
of
Really?
how much I like or don't
a lot
like.
of these titles don't even
We
make
don't
it
skip
out of
the ED
Japan.
either.
Even in their home country, they wouldn't be
Um,
seen as
we
big
play it all the way
franchises
through.
worthy of even
We
an
don't watch
anime
like the next episode
adaptation.
preview. That's the only
But that
thing.
didn't stop
If
one
we're
scrappy
watching
fighting game series
the
in
next
its
episode right
quest
after.
Yeah,
That's
the only-
interesting because Chad and I right now are watching Treasure Island, and
Hmm.
I like the opening, but like we're at a point where the show is super exciting, and then the
Oh yeah,
opening doesn't fit the tone of the show. So I'm always like, not a bad opening, gonna skip it.
fair. And you probably skip the ED too, because like the ED is also really great, but like doesn't really fit like
Mhm.
the momentum of that show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
does,
love that ED so much.
it does depend
I don't
on
think
the
I ever
setting.
skipped it.
If it were
I can
binging
understand.
like a whole 12 episode show, I might skip the ED or the OP if it was just bad.
Oh, if you're binging, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in a group watch specifically. Like if typically if I'm watching on my own, I just put on a playlist and then I just don't touch it. I just let it play out.
I definitely am not the type to hit the skip opening button. I actually have I have not been skipping the Master Quest OP. I've been watching through Johto, English dub, and I just let it play through.
That's the
I like
that's the
that OP.
experience. You gotta watch the OPs
Yeah.
and EDs. Yeah, Kaiser Beams is good news. To
I think
no
it's within
one.
reason. I do think I think there is some
A
within
slightly
reason.
extended
I think
cut
if
of
it
this video
enhances
with
the
longer
experience,
interview
definitely just don't bother skipping. But like if it's if it's fucking trash, OPED, like don't ruin your experience, you know?
Yeah.
That's my
What are some trash OPs or EDs?
Naruto Shippuden 13. On site.
Base Naruto 3.
Yeah, base Naruto 3 is oh yeah. Yeah. Like
Naruto ED 3?
Yeah. Right. That one I did kind of warm up to, surprisingly, but that is a case of like, you know, what do they call it? Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah.
Wait, which what are we talking about? Best?
Oh, this one.
Naruto OP3 is what John referred to. And that one I did like, but I understand people skipping it.
I like OP. I like all the first 5 OPs.
Yeah.
The 5th one is
So your issue comes with No Boy No Cry?
I'm trying to I'd have to go through the list. And...
No, I really like Naruto OP3.
You know, the visuals don't pop very hard on that 6th OP, but the song's great. I wish the visuals were better for that OP.
I'll just pull it up.
It also kind of annoying that like that OP is so like Naruto Sasuke centric, and the majority of it plays during filler.
Yes, well, it plays during the Naruto Sasuke fight, and then
At
it's the
least,
filler.
thank God, right? But you know,
Yeah, I like the OP. Oh, that was all right. Go.
It's good.
Like that
I've been
one.
getting I've been realizing how much like how badly I need to make a list, like a definitive like list of every OP that I like and put it in a fucking playlist.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I get the hankering for some OP sometimes, and fuck.
do what I did. I put an anime music that fucks playlist on the channel.
Like on YouTube?
Yeah, you go like our homepage, you scroll down to the bottom, and it's just a playlist.
That's neat. I like that as a feature for your channel, but I don't think I want to do it for. I would want to make it like rock solid, because you know how fucking YouTube is. They fucking take down videos whenever, and then they don't tell you what videos they took down in the playlist.
True.
They're like, some unavailable videos are hidden. What could this have been? I don't remember, and it pisses me off. So fuck that shit. I'll never go, as God is my witness, I'll never use YouTube playlists again.
That's true. It is a bit of a
Gone with the Wind reference, anybody? I just watched that movie.
I haven't seen that anime, no.
It's good. It's a good show. It's like it's a 6-episode OVA.
Oh yeah, I've seen Sant stuff. Are we subscribed? Yeah, we're subscribed. Yeah. Or their witch hat video.
I saw essay number 1 and I was like, attack number 1?
Yo. Attack number 1, essay number 1? We have
Witch Hat Atelier attack number 1? What?
I will I won't be fighting you in the comments, but no, I do much prefer the English dub of Pokemon.
Interesting.
I think I agree, like, especially going out like past when 4Kids stopped dubbing it, or like, the voice actor changed, then yeah, no, fuck that shit. I'm not watching it dubbed. But original series, I watched a lot of it with Japanese, and it doesn't work the same for me. I think 4Kids just knock that shit out of the park.
Do y'all know this channel? Weedace?
No.
She mainly
VTuber.
She mainly live streams. But she is the character designer for was it this season's Love Beneath the Clear Night Sky, or Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky, and then there's another.
That's cool. She's an anime character designer though. That streams.
Yeah, she speaks English too. Like she speaks like basically fluent.
Recess is neato.
I think she did stuff on Katawa Shoujo back in the day. I think she did character designs for that, maybe. She's a good channel, even though it's just streams.
That is pretty neat.
I like the
channels.
channels.
That's the thing with YouTube, right? Where like it's not so much of a scene anymore, but there are just like, I like them. you know?
Yeah,
it's always very hyper personalized, and that's just YouTube now.
I think that's just where content creation in general is going. Like,
yes.
Stuff that's on TikTok that blows up is like, no one likes the polished stuff anymore. They just want someone that just turns on their phone and vlog. Like, we've like come full circle back to the turn on your webcam and vlog in your room days.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I noticed that, especially because coming from the originally being part of the Abridging community, one thing I always took issue with was into the 2010s, there was such a big focus on quality and editing, and there was such a big focus on making sure the mouth flaps match perfectly so it looks so quote unquote natural. And I felt like that was just taking away, and that people were like, no, like, you should just make a funny video. That should be your goal, is to make a funny video. But people were getting so over invested in
Up in their ass,
of the polish and making it presentable. And I love that I see people still do like dub parodies where they'll dub cartoons or anime, and it's literally just them talking over the footage, but it's funny as fuck. And I'm like, this rules. This is what it's about.
Yeah, the shittier quality can make it funnier.
Absolutely.
I think there's a balance to be had though, because like I feel like if you don't put in more into your presentation, like there's only so far you can really like go.
Yes, I agree with that. There's a ceiling. Did I ever express this on Digest or talk about this? How within bridging, I realized just kind of how Western a choice it is. You know, with like Team Four Star, obviously, kind of. I think I could be wrong. Obviously, you guys were in the John was in this community more than me, but like they seem to really push the idea of manually editing the mouth flaps to match what they dubbed instead of the other way around. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
right? Like they kind of pushed that, and I think there is comedy in that. Like that, there is some utility and kind of fun in doing that sort of thing, but it ends up being way more of a weird Western kind of thing. You know, like that's not anime to me.
Right. And one of the things that I always tried to do in my videos was um not force the animation to do things that it wasn't already doing, but
Yeah.
try to take advantage of what was already there. So like there was a scene where a character like starts they clap, but they clap twice to be like, okay, let's go. And I was like, okay, I need to take that animation. Someone needs to say something really stupid, and then I'm gonna loop the shot so it's just them going like over and over again. And
Yeah.
I think about how like a lot of the creators who care too much about editing were like, they would look at a scene and go, okay, there's nothing happening in the scene, but what if I edit it to make them clap? And it's like, okay, you can do that, but it just looks unnatural, and it's funnier when you can tell that something of that was in the original.
It's just like the way YouTube poops evolved.
I was
Where
literally just going to mention
yeah,
YouTube poops where like
right.
sometimes the funniest edit you can make is just not
Wow,
editing
which
something, but like something sounds crazy in the context of whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Now, even just going so far as to like with YouTube poops, the way some editors are just animators now, you know, and they're just like they just remove the character and they make a whole new scene out of it, and it's just taking characters and smashing them together like action figures or something, and to making a whole other scene out of it, you know, and it's impressive, but it's not YouTube poop, right? Like it
Mhm.
doesn't it's not the same thing. There needs to be, you know, adherence to a style. Otherwise you're doing something else. And that's fine to do something else. It's not discouraging that, but don't like you're it's like genres. It's like, oh, like I just saw I was in a Discord or whatever, and someone was like they were at Otakon at a panel and they were like some panel was making an argument that Brave Little Toaster is a mecha anime.
What?
Right, and it's just like, okay, yeah, like definition, and yeah, it's technically a mecha, but like, how useful is that, right?
Oh, we've had that conversation a ton. I mean, maybe not. I don't know about in this chat, but like me and Ben have talked about that a ton. Because like I always say, like if you go too far, I didn't use Brave Little Toaster, but my example is there's a joke. It's like a little meme joke, but Ratatouille is a mecha anime, and it's like
Yeah,
I've always talked about it like with isekai, because the issue is with I brought this up with Mumi where I was like, with isekai we tend to just say like, okay, for genre classification, isekai is generally works that came from Naro and
yeah, no,
onward,
okay, yeah. Because it's
and
like, oh,
work.
there's isekai like Digimon, like
And I was
Digimon.
like,
Is not
well,
what we're talking about.
it just it yeah, it obviously you like ReZero and Digimon to classify
Not
that. How useful is that to call them the same genre, right?
exactly. Like the utility of going into another world and everything. Um, where with Digimon, at least in this particular instance, it's like there is still the real world, and there is still the potential of getting back to it, especially in later seasons. But then like ReZero, the real world, like that's just his past. But as far as I know, I didn't end up seeing past season one. As far as I know, it's never really a factor in that show. You know, it's just you're now in a place, but you have the experiences of the real world. That's what isekai kind of the value of it.
Well, it's
Right. And then if you go too far with it, you start to go, people go, oh well, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho's an isekai because he goes to another world. And then it's like, well,
Yeah.
everything's an isekai. Marco Polo's an isekai. He went to China.
yeah, it's like what if you just define isekai as just going to another world and it's not like genre conventions or lineage or anything like that, then yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a useless statement because it's like, okay, well, literally Mass Effect, they go to other worlds. I guess Mass Effect's an isekai.
Right.
Because
And would someone who enjoys traditional isekai, like the isekai that we're trying to talk about, would you then be like, oh, then you would love Dunbine? Yeah, I don't think they would. I don't think they would.
Yeah, it always comes off as just more of like a gotcha kind of thing where it's like, my
Right.
favorite isekai are Ray Earth and 12 Kingdoms.
We
and
used to have good we used to have good
Inuyasha.
isekai like
Fushigi
Fushigi Yugi.
Right.
Yeah.
We said that in unison.
Y'all were
Yep.
in sync.
Yep.
And it's like at halftime, they're not even isekai. Like, I keep getting people that were like, oh, now and then here and there is my favorite isekai. It's like, that is not an isekai.
I think that Mal has it categorized as an isekai.
It's like,
I think it does too, and like that's fine.
But it's
I
just
don't mind that
time
one so much.
travel. It's just like, it's not an isekai. What are we doing?
Man,
Inuyasha
I'm gonna
is
show off
time
the LARPing
travel.
thing again because I just I didn't realize I thought it was a different world. I didn't realize it was time travel.
It's
Yeah,
it's
the far
left
future.
ambiguous. There is like a couple lines of dialogue that if you're not like honed.
Well, for the experience of the characters and the viewer, as far as they know, it's a different world.
Right. Well, even like
It's not like they look outside. There's my old stop sign. Are we in the future? Like they don't
Yeah.
really say that shit.
no, there's like a couple times where like a character is like, send me to any time.
Yeah. That's when
There you go.
spoilers
Right.
when the woman is gonna get
Yeah. Okay.
get a little wet.
Don't
That's right, I
make
remember
me
that.
wet.
Uh-uh.
Escaflowne is probably a
Pretty
better
good
example.
game, though.
I mean, 12 Kingdoms is like your best example because like the thing with a lot of these isekai or things that they call isekai that aren't isekai, like an Escaflowne or a Fushigi Yugi or
Dunbine, Escaflowne, yeah.
like those, like they're from or Leda, that was the other one I was thinking of. Like they're from the lineage of Alice in Wonderland. They're not like
Yeah.
it's very structured where it's
Right.
like they go to another world, they experience a journey or whatever, and then they come back. Whereas like 12 Kingdoms, she does not do that. So like that is the closest you'll get. But that is also from that same like the things that come out like Mushoku Tensei, Konosuba, ReZero, like
It's medium too, right? Like light novels versus manga versus like an original IP, or like an anime original.
yeah.
That influences the storytelling.
Like the stuff that's coming out now is influenced by different things. Like they're not building on the like because you could do that with Majoko anime and Magical Girls, right? You can point to a Sally the Witch and a
Minky
Marvelous
Momo
Melmo,
and-
Marvelous Melmo, stuff like that. And
Oh my
like
God,
these are Magical Girl shows, even though they were not Magical Girl shows when they aired or whatever. Like they weren't a genre or codified.
They were
as a
not
genre.
considered that at the time, right?
Yeah, but you can
like
do
Cutie
that
Honey being
because
retroactively a Magical Girl series, even though they explicitly rejected it as a Magical Girl series.
yeah, but you can do that because
Cutie
they're from
Honey
that
is
lineage.
in the Majoko companion.
It's in the
guide thing.
retroactively, but like it's not in the same time slot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was aired in the Devilman time slot.
Yeah, you can say, okay, well, if you start Minky Momo and Kareem Mami is like the start of your Magical Girl Majoko or whatever, like they are inspired from the stuff that came before that. So there is a direct lineage. So it's like, okay, we can trace that back. You can't do that with like Mushoku Tensei. You can't be like, oh, Mushoku Tensei was inspired by Fushigi Yugi or Dunbine or something. So the lineage is not there.
by other reincarnation stuff, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be something else, which it probably is out there. Maybe like interviews with the author and what else Naro, because like it's not like the Shoseki Naro website. It's not like Mushoku Tensei was the first novel to be written on there, right?
Not the first novel, no, but it is. I want to say it's the first. There's that, and then I forget the other.
It's an early progenitor. I understand that, but
Yeah.
even in terms of the start of the entire website, there was probably other stories that were being published that are not isekai at all, right? That
yeah, it started with like Familiar of Zero fan fiction.
there you go. Which Familiar of Zero is another world, right? That's like a regular dude getting
It's a regular world who's brought into like anime Harry Potter world.
Yeah, so that's an isekai.
Yeah, you can make that.
Lunax or asks, is a 15-minute video okay? And does the channel have to primarily make anime manga videos?
No promise we'll watch a 15 minutes, like the entirety of it or anything, but yeah, that's fine. We'll check it out.
The video I liked was 2 hours, and I do not expect us to watch it.
No, exactly.
No, I'm like 15. It doesn't matter how long the video is. It's just we're probably just not going to watch it all. I'll probably just watch a sample of it or whatever. I was curious about this video.
Kind of neat. This is kind of neat that they numbered it. Like this is number 2.
Oh yeah, because they made their first. They made one video.
No, well, that's the thing. I saw on their channel they had already made a Wichat video with a similar thumbnail, and they just kind of made it slightly different. I'm like, that's a nostalgic way to go about YouTube.
I am curious what he says in this one because I had already I literally made a video, or we talked about this on the podcast. I made a video out of it, I should say, like this exact.
Yeah, go for it.
Atelier is obviously most primarily an analogy for artists, it's also important to think about it in reference to skills in general. Bison Kamui, in their video about Wichat Atelier, does a good job highlighting the importance of the first episode's cloth cutting scene in framing major themes relevant to the entire story, and I'd like to expand on some of their points. Keyfree calls Coco's skill real magic. Let's discuss that for a second. Humans are able to use the resources around us to create things and shape our environment. Throughout our history as a species, we have discovered uncountable ways of doing this to the point where it's impossible for anyone to be able to perform them all. However, it is possible for an individual to learn a specific skill or handful of skills, and by focusing only on those chosen points, this person can achieve mastery of that skill, an ability to transform resources into a form that most others cannot replicate. The growth of this person's power, in the Nietzschean sense, their ability to affect the world around them, is focused into this one skill. They are then able to use their skill to provide useful goods or services to other people, improving their lives, making them happier in ways those people couldn't have on their own, as they have not mastered the skill. This ability to transform existing material into something good for others who can't do the same is awesome, deserving of the term magic in a poetic sense, and it's what Coco does for Keyfree in this scene, and therefore why he calls it as such. The magic of witches we see in Wichat Atelier is
that's a really good start. I was curious what the video that they're talking about. Is it this one?
It is nice that nice to see them mentioning other videos.
Definitely.
I know, like, you've talked a lot about how that's a big problem. Like, not enough people watch each other's videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not building on the conversation. So
I like the avatar.
I do too. See that at least that would be my only critique of the other of the video we were just watching is, and this is not like a big problem at all, but it's like, this is general thing with anime YouTube where a video's identity, like a visual identity, oftentimes there isn't any because it's just anime clips and they can all look like he could be showing.
Oh, my Guy Slugger video again.
He could have been like showing like footage from the other guy's video, and I would have no idea, right? Because it's just Wichat Atelier footage. But there, that would be my only point. That it's just like it'd be nice if there was something to show that this was not just edited clips, like just a text or something else. That would be
hard because like
that's a YouTube thing in general.
It's the hardest thing. It sucks and I hate it.
Yeah.
Like that'd be my if I had to give anything. Otherwise, this is great.
Yeah.
With the same joy and wonder that we view art.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a YouTube thing in general. I had a thought recently. You never see people, if they're reviewing like a show or a game or something like that, you don't really see like the physical media anymore in that.
Yeah.
Like in old AVGN, even like up to this point, like James owns the game. Like he has everything that goes with it. There's no like, shit, I don't have the instruction manual for this thing.
Yeah, not to
probably
plug
not
my
the
Guy
most
Slugger video where I show the DVD box and it has the map of all the locations the Guy Slugger team goes to.
Yeah.
See magic with every instance of using any skill to help make someone else's
like
life better.
He mentioned like Nietzsche
and
earlier, like somewhere in that analysis.
He said Nietzschean.
Yeah, Nietzschean. Okay, I don't know, something about some quote or something to show on screen. I don't know, some identity.
Not awesome. Jean-Jacques Rousseau's first major piece
there
of
philosophical
writing was a
like
submission to an
different ways of framing
prompt has the
anime footage. Something that I had been enjoying doing in my videos is just using even just like backgrounds and stuff like that from anime as like assets.
Yeah.
So like if I'm watching a show and it's like, oh, that's a cool looking TV or a billboard or like a notebook. Let me
Yeah, like a
save that.
background
See if I
shot. You
can.
know, like there's tons of natural background shots, like establishing the setting and things like that. And you can
Yeah, I've
limit.
been
You can
getting
kind of
into
like
the habit
find
of like
you can find
saving a
like
bunch
good
of stuff
anime loops, like
for the
good like
use
if you get
of.
like a corner of a stream that's like
Yeah.
gushing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting into the habit of saving stuff like that. Um, which
That's a good
like it's a
yeah.
pretty easy way of getting around to like
Copyright. Yep.
that's a factor definitely, but also like it's a very easy way to make something instantly look a lot more distinguishable.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
like if you just put witch hat on like a film projector even like
Yeah.
get a setup for that, like it's gonna look so much different and like no other video is going to look exactly like that.
Right. And you can and especially I think it's important with Witch Hat because this guy's probably not monetized on this video because Witch Hat has it like notoriously like extremely strict. Like you can't show anything. So if they find way you can find ways to kind of get around it in creative ways if that's something you care about.
Yeah, well, I
Progress
mean,
of the
everyone should care about it. Everyone
Should
should
care
try to.
exactly because it does limit the reach. Yeah.
Yeah,
sciences and arts contributed to the purification of morals, to which his response was, no. The progress of technology especially is actually one of the most fundamental corruptive forces in humanity. Very briefly summarizing some of his points from this discourse on the arts and sciences and his later discourse on the origin of inequality, Rousseau argued that what the specialization of labor actually results in is the ability of a person with a unique skill to basically hold power over others, as everyone else relies on them to provide whatever good or service is created by their skill. Humanity keeps increasing the power it is collectively able to wield, but this power is not evenly distributed. Fragments of power are held by specialized individuals who rely on other individuals for the goods and services they are specialized in. No one is able to live on their own anymore, and as each person becomes more reliant on others, they become more easily manipulated and exploited.
I can tell that they
Ever-advancing
have to cut a
technology
lot, probably because of Witch Hat is like awful to edit with. I'm not as
Yeah.
familiar with it.
I'm liking the choices of clips as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I will say the one thing I would say about the videos so far, and this is not necessarily a critique of the video as saying it's like a bad or by any means. It's more like if
Right.
you're trying to maximize your reach kind of thing. The thing that I've always struggled with whenever I do make videos is like not making it more accessible, I guess, like not dumbing it down necessarily, but almost putting the research in the background where it's like it's there, but it's not necessarily at the forefront where I'm like, I feel like when you start quoting stuff, people just like their eyes glaze over in a lot of these videos.
That's a fair concern. Yeah.
So like whenever I try to approach it, like I'll put the citation on screen and it's there. But I don't necessarily
The Stephen approach.
yeah, like you put like the citation number or whatever, you have your citations there, but like you're integrating it in the script in such a way where you're not just kind of like stopping and being like, and Rousseau said the bubble and kind of like derailing, unless it's just something that's critical to what you were talking about, that you're just like the exact framing is important and you need that exact quote for context. But like with
you can also just make quotes sound really cool and hard.
yeah,
Like stuff like
Cool
that, you
and
should definitely cool and hard and erect.
but it's, I feel like
You can make stuff like that sound. Know like when something is really important and impactful, especially if it's like a short quote, then definitely do highlight that. But otherwise,
I think it also helps to try to get the audience to care about the person that the quote is from, and how they're relevant, I guess. Like something that ContraPoints does a lot. You end up kind of caring about the person who said it. Like she gives a little bit of background and why they're relevant to the discussion, and gives that foundation for you to then observe the quote and then she can continue. It doesn't. I can understand not wanting to do that groundwork for the sake of efficiency, Obviously, her videos are very long, and that's probably part of the reason. Um, but I do find that that helps when it's a person that you don't necessarily care about. But I find in your videos, Hayden, that like the you almost always care about the quotes that you use because they're almost always directly relevant to the anime you're talking about. Like it's the fucking producer. It's the fucking direct. Like it's the person directly involved. It's not just some like tangential thing. I think when it's like, oh, this philosopher said about they'll talk about which hat to tell you. You know, like they're like two
Right.
different things. But if it's like directly relevant, here's from the director or Imaishi or whatever. Like, oh, okay. I find that a lot easier to you kind of have the forgiveness to like, yeah, let me direct quote them directly. Otherwise, yeah,
Yeah, and again, it goes back to what I was saying about like you need to know what feels big and important enough to really highlight on screen.
yeah.
It's something that I haven't always maybe been the best at. I think back to my fruits basket video when I just dumped like a giant fucking like wall of text on core for him to read out loud. He was
Right.
Akitaro Daichi, and
Yeah.
part of that was just like I don't want to fucking edit, man. Just like put the thing on screen, like just have him read it out, make me do less work.
Well, I think that in
It is
itself,
important to what I'm talking about, but that
yeah,
is
it's
like
all
part
relevant.
of
Hey,
the thought
sure.
process.
Sure. I mean, I think that like that all that stuff is just substantive in general, even if it's not like the most efficient. Again, I think the efficiency question. I think it's like I want to put all that in there. And part of the reason I make videos is so that I can recollect all this stuff. Like it'd be kind of a waste to do all of this research and do all this stuff and then not have that show up in the final edit, I guess. Um, like the fucking my LARP video, like I like all those Harlan Ellison quotes, so I put all of them like to their most extent, even though he does take up a lot of it.
I will say when
You
you
know?
make videos that
And
are
you're
like
still LARPing Thunder Chat.
when you make videos that are like you're quoting like philosophers and academic texts and stuff like that, when you get you have to cut yourself off because like you will drive yourself fucking crazy because it never ends, right? Like you can continue down the rabbit hole of whatever rabbit hole you find, like ad
Yeah.
infinitum, basically. Like it will never end unless you just put a stop to it and you're like, okay, I for the sake of this video I had to stop. But yeah, this is good. Like I liked
I guess putting quotes on screen is also good for being more transparent with your research, so the audience can be like, "Oh, okay, so this person actually knows what they're talking about," and it's not like I don't like it when uh talking about like creators or others information when it's too nebulous,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
also I guess like I don't know if this has been like an update they've been rolling out because like I saw people talking about this before and I didn't see it and now like I'm seeing it now. What do y'all think about them kind of making the view count less prominent?
I get it. I'm a little like, okay, finally type of deal because like I hate how much I hate the way views make me feel in general, like how much I've grown to care about it. Um, but
I wonder
I
how
don't
much
know.
that helps people because like the whole bias of you see a high view count video is a real thing that like does hinder like smaller channel. Like if you have a video that kind of just looks like a decent video, but they look at it and they're like, oh, this only has 300 views, I'm not gonna watch it. So I wonder how much of that does help smaller channels.
I do like how
I agree.
they've been making the thumbnails and stuff a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Um, just letting like the art speak for itself. Because yeah, you have the people who just like bloat their thumbnails, the grifter type people. That's that's whatever. Like you put more information, do your thing. But especially as someone who gets drawn thumbnails for every single video, I want people to see the drawing. And so um I think that's like a big beneficiary.
Got a couple of videos we can check out.
Could also maybe make for more interesting compositions. Speaking of that, Lunaxor, Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one was posted by Maddie first, so we'll check this one out. Oh, Slam Anime. Oh yeah, I think I've seen their stuff around. Yeah,
Is that Watanare?
I have unabashedly unashamed. I forget the term would be. I have stolen thumbnail ideas and or stuff from this, so I have seen their channel before.
Caught red-handed.
Caught red. I mean, that's you see like a thing that works, you copy it. Like that's. I mean, it's title and thumbnail. It's not a video.
Yeah.
They're relatively new. Yeah, they've been doing well. They've got 20,000 subs.
A broad spectrum of
Oh,
representation.
have y'all seen this person's video before?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, we'll see.
When it comes to romance anime. Being a genre entirely about relationships between two people, it's inevitable that it would play a big role in the stories. But the extent to which it does varies wildly from show to show. Stuff like holding hands and hugging is basically in every romance anime. But I feel like a first kiss is far from guaranteed in the first season of any given series, or even further beyond that. What we're here to talk about today, though, is the role that sex plays in romance anime. Sorry, that's what I wanted to start with, but I wasn't sure that YouTube ad filters would love leading a video with it. Sex is really pick and choose when it comes to whether or not a romance series wants to include it. And honestly, that's more than fine.
Could have just
Considering that
started with the clip
90%
of The Rock like slamming the Peter Griffin toy into Lois. Like that one. Like there's creative ways of getting around explicitly saying sex or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a little bit more
I think
entertaining.
I don't think it's a big deal past.
It's not a big deal. I'm just saying that as like because this person felt the need to mention that in the video. I was like, well, I mean, there's ways to get around that. It's not a necessarily a criticism of the video itself, but rather like, oh, here's an idea that if you want to, take it, then go ahead.
The channel's a little less humor focused than that would be what I'd say. I think this is an interesting thing to talk about in terms of content creation, because I think with AI and shit becoming more prominent, it's become more important to like texture your content, where it's like it's not just something that could be easily replicated or like fool someone into clicking it or something, right? And I think a lot of essay channels do the thing of like disassociation, where they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna make my essay and talk about this thing, and it's gonna be completely removed from myself. And I think we're seeing a kind of shift in content creation where people are kind of more focused and concerned with like putting their stuff being able to be emulated by AI in a way that wasn't a problem before.
Of these shows are about
Yeah.
high schoolers. It totally makes sense that physical intimacy would have a role in some stories and not others.
This is like an interesting subject to kind of like approach. Like you're basically just doing the deconstruction analysis thing, but you're not doing it from like a literature history perspective or like a genre perspective. You're just doing it from how different anime kind of approach physical intimacy, right?
Yeah.
So I like that approach, and I like doing that sort of thing with analysis. I just wish people. I mean, granted, this is like a romance channel. This is like their their shtick. This is their niche. I wish people did this for things outside of like a universal experience, like did it for like magical girls and mecha more often, or isekai even. Isekai is probably like the worst one in that regard in terms of like people just I hate isekai, it's so bad, but no one ever like
It's the new like thing, like
Moe, harem.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is not a video where a 28-year-old man complains that there isn't enough sex in anime. What I do find is interesting to look at, though, is when a series does choose to engage with that side of relationships. How it decides to weave that into the existing archetypes of the genre, and what it wants to say with sex.
I like
Cards
that
on the
edit,
table,
when they're
this
like
video was
leaning into
created
each other,
almost
Yeah.
and then it cuts to the guy with the green hair.
entirely in response to the recently
Nice
concluded
flow of
second
clips.
season of The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. This sequel season is in many ways entirely about sex. Our main couple, Mahiru and Amane, get together at the very end of season 1. This slate of episodes.
people have been including stutters and mistakes that don't accuse of AI stutters now, so that won't help them. Yeah. I have been, I pride myself on being able to tell when something is AI a lot of the time.
Dude, I get
That's
accused of
bad
being
idea.
I get accused of being AI at work. Like
You just show up to work and it's like, that's fucking AI.
No. I got a call from a woman who I used to work in the same office as. We were like cubicles next to each other, and we knew each other. And she called, and I was like, she was asking a question about something, and I was like, oh yeah, I can show you how to do that. And she was like, oh, you're a person, and I'm like, Laura, it's me, it's John. We worked together for 10 years. Like, and she's like, and she's like, I'm sorry, it's just there's all these AI bots when you call now.
I watched a video. It was about like killer whales or something. I watched a video for like 9 minutes and could not tell it was AI because like it had like mistakes and like breathing and shit in it. And so I was just like, oh, this is and the only reason I finally figured it out is because when they typed in DNA, they put D.N.A. and it read it like D-N-A. And I was like, oh god, this is AI. But like for 9 minutes, I didn't know. I just was like, oh,
yeah,
you know, and part of that might be because I was
It's
watching
really
my phone.
fucked up too, because like sometimes people who use like AI edits on their voices, they will like combat people in the comment section like, oh no, I'm not using AI, even though you can clearly fucking tell that, you know, it's at least AI assisted on the voice. Like, I'm not fucking stupid.
right. And then I think
I've
the
done
rub
that
ends
at
up
least
being
twice.
about the reaction to people. Like, I think, I don't know. I'm finding the polarization of AI, like people being having it being the fucking devil, way more obnoxious than the use of AI at this point.
Yeah, it's
I'm getting really fucking sick of the, you know, people being so animosity and like the, you know, everyone being on edge and stuff. I think I get that, like all the downsides of it, obviously, and like the feeling of, oh, I would like to listen to this music and have it not be AI, right? Because it leads to certain things and whatever, and then yeah, just choose not to, I guess.
well that is a major issue on Spotify. I don't know if you've heard about the
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
like,
And it's an issue on all these picture ones, like, you know, pics over DeviantArt or whatever, you know? Like,
well, it's
they're
less of
swamped.
like a consumption issue, and it's more of like they are actively like stealing money from people issue. Because what they do
yeah.
is they like flood the platform.
It's Spotify, the sharing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's share. It's a pool and they share that. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like a major issue on there. So I get like
for
the
sure.
music perspective at least.
Yeah, I mean, with Spotify at least, I'm only looking for like specific albums that I already know are human generated, right? But like where I experience AI music is like the YouTube long videos of like, you know, stuff to study to or fall asleep to and shit like that. You know, that used to be like the steezy as fuck, the lo-fi hip hop beats, right?
Now they're
And
AI.
now that's like it's all fucking.
I noticed this
yeah.
because I I was looking up like AI anime OSTs, and I think there was the playlist for Hiwa War Chronicles. I was looking at the track list, and like whoever made the playlist for the OST like put a 7-hour long AI music video in the middle of the playlist. So if you click on it and start playing it without paying attention, it'll like play like 7 songs or something, and then like just play a 7-hour long AI music like track. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Are you sure that's not a Shiro Sagisu?
Huh?
Are you sure that's not you're sure Shiro Sagisu didn't write that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
The composer for
the composer for Evangelion.
Bleach.
Oh, Evangelion.
LARP.
I think he did Hero War Chronicles. Is why I said
think
that.
I just think the pronunciation.
Sheer pronunciation.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shiro.
I'm AI.
Hello, I am John.
Yeah,
Shiro
actually, I'm here by
Sagisu.
myself. There's just 3 AI chatbots in this call with.
I'm sorry, Mumi. Let me start that again.
I think it's literally like this playlist. Like you.
I guess it's not even Shiro Sagisu. It's Hiroshi Yamaguchi. How do you pronounce his name?
Yeah, it's like play a song, unreleased hour-long track. Abstract.
Stop dodging the question.
How do you pronounce?
How do you pronounce the composer of Evangelion's name?
Evangelion composer. Let's pull it up. Shiro Sagisu.
Okay, yeah.
I have to go back to how you pronounced it, but it was, I think, because of how fast you said it, it sounded like one.
Oh, Shiro
It almost sounded like you were saying the Japanese name for Ghost Town.
It was like.
It reminds me when I was doing that video for the Anime Men, and Johnny mentions Shiro Sagisu because he did the music for Karikano and Evangelion, and
like
he talks about Ano.
I almost thought you said.
And so I put all of these shows on screen, and then like I make Evangelion and Bleach like super tiny in the corner. And like I show like Megazone 2-3 is huge. Attacker U is fucking massive. And then you get that Bleach in the corner, just creeping up.
Yeah, that's what it was. And then I had you put the Skullman as well. I forgot Guy Slugger was on the tier list thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Guy Slugger was S tier along with Karikano. I forget.
Something like that.
It's a shame nobody watched or cared about that video.
But yeah, Slam Anime does good stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was fine. It's not it's not something I would be like. Oh boy, you know.
I'm your host.
You're not excited. You're not like new.
No, I don't go like, oh my god, this is so good. Wow.
Well, that's like
he's got a Muppet of himself.
Buffalo with some coming.
Oh my fucking that's like the meta though. Like that channel, as far as the aesthetic, as far as like the thumbnails and stuff that they're selling, like is very much like what's the Pay Talks Anime, kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Like that's as far as like video essays about anime go, that's kind of the meta is like you find a lane. You can't really like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like you can really like get a channel to move by like making a variety of essay. Like if you did some like Joe's content, right? Like it was like, I'm gonna make a video essay on Persona 4 and then Haruhi and
you could say my channel too.
Yeah, like that variety of like
I make totally random shit.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you. I think with yours, like because you have a decent subscriber base, like it does have like a little bit of a. But like if you're trying to like build from like nothing, it's just like you'll have
nowadays. Fuck.
I feel like you see so many like channels like you click and then like they have like a really big video and then it's like 120,000 views and the next video is like 300. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And
well, that's like shorts too, right?
Yeah. Shorts, well,
Shorts are just
Not
completely
just.
random.
I mean, shorts make is a really bad like factor into that. I was watching this Pokemon YouTuber. I don't know if I should say their name. I
Are you
like
gonna
the
say something
person.
bad about them?
No, I was just gonna say like they put out a video not too long ago, and I think I saw that it had like 3,000 views or something like that, a couple thousand. The person had like what 30,000 views, and I was looking at their channel, and I was like, some of these just have like 1,000 views, and then some randomly get like 30K. And then I went on to shorts, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you have like a couple that are a million, and like a bunch of like upper 100Ks, but like, and it just seemed really strange to me.
Yeah. By the way, someone in the chat mentioned the video essays on Anime Go. Like I think what we're doing right now makes sense because we own all the footage for the interviews, the anime business. But even those, my boss is pretty cautious about using any anime footage at all that we don't have permission to use, right? I think the one clip I was able to get away with was Dominion Tank Police, but that's because they were specifically citing that specific scene, and we know that that shit's never gonna get licensed, right? So it's sort of like that seemed okay, but then like we pretty much avoid that completely of using any anime footage that we don't have like permission to use, right? And any video essay we would make, like if I was to try to make a video essay on a title that we're releasing or whatever, if it was for promotion, if it was from I don't know, you know, we'd have to run that by the licensor, and they can say yes or no, and you know we do all that work for them to say no, right? You know, I get
From what,
paid.
from what I
I get
understand,
paid
that's
for that.
why.
I get paid for that editing, so and it doesn't go out. It's like it's not worth it.
From what I understand, that's why a lot of anime releases are so skimpy on special features. Is because like,
Yep.
well, they'd have to be approved, and it's like if we do a bunch of stuff and it doesn't get approved, we wasted a lot of time and effort.
Yep, exactly. So it's like there's certain things that we've been able to do, and it's also just like what's worth putting on the disc and everything, and like that. It's all kind of like, yeah, it's a gauging thing. And then there's some there's some licensors that are way easier to work with than others. Who is like, oh, they won't give a shit, so just go for it. And that's great. And then there's others that like if we look at the anime the wrong way, we could get fucked. So like it's a complete crapshoot. Yeah, that's sort of the stance on that sort of thing. But like I had thought about wanting to do something like that for Time of Eve, and when we were releasing that, because I wanted to kind of like put it more out there, or at least like recommend people to like check out these other essays about Time of Eve or whatever. And it's we were especially just the fact that we were just still kind of new at that point. I think he was still more ginger about it. But yeah, it's certain things that like we're trying to run a business and like really we have to be very careful and like deliberate in what we do. We're not like ADV or something where like the DVD boom, they're just flush with fucking cash and they can just have like do whatever the fuck they want.
We'll dub 108 episodes of 1972's Science Ninja Team Gotcha Man. It'll be funny.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, exactly. Or even just like Funimation dubbing those episodes of Shin Chan. That selection or whatever. Yeah, and we're just not in the same position. So, yeah.
Do y'all post on
I'd love
TikTok?
to. That's another whole other thing is the whole social media aspect. Is just like, at first I tried to like we were like, oh, let's cut some clips up or whatever of the thing, kind of like just post clips or whatever. And I'm just not adept at that, and it takes me too long, and it's just traction. I'm not attuned to it, so we kind of like, and also he's like, you're above just doing that, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather have you do like more valuable work, and I can just get a different editor. I can just get like a different guy, and he's tried looking and everything, and it's yeah, it sucks. It's not fun, not a fun game to play in our space. So I think I don't know, I can't speak for him, but like I think we're happy with doing the trailers because they have multiple utility for it. We can put it on the disc. We can, have it it's a more proper way to go about it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we've just kind of been pivoting to stuff that works, right? Which is just like leaning into this online store, which is just like doing so freaking well for us.
Which you don't need to pay a subscription to access.
That too. Isn't that great? And we're having a sale right now. I'm not kidding. We do. Otakon. We're doing an Otakon sale right now.
Weeb crew, more like the shill crew. I think Argabolt still makes great videos. Yeah, Argabolt makes great, like, there are good content creators.
Yep.
That make good stuff. Like Argabolt,
Steven's still going. Still going.
But I guess in the context of what we were saying, they are doing like themed right? Like Argabolt does mecha content. He's doing that series about like things that have come out since Ava that are kind of inspired by Ava. Pyramid Inu also does mecha content, so like that's still kind of in that same thing where it's like you have to find like a niche. You can't just do the broad anime thing and then like hope that you kind of blow up as much anymore. Like
one of the worst performing streams I did was when me and Ben watched a bunch of seasonals. It was like, okay, people don't subscribe for me to talk about Witch Hat Atelier. Apparently, they don't. Yeah.
Right.
Made that very clear.
People don't give a shit about me talking about Naruto.
Yeah, it's content creation in general is just like a weird thing now because like I feel like I don't know if this is a problem of the algorithm having changed or if this is just people figuring out human behavior more or if it's like a kind of a mixture of the two.
It did change for what it's worth.
It did, but as far as like because like the approach to content creation now seems to be more just flood the algorithm with your shit. And like if I think we talked about this a little bit last week where it's like if you are a video essayist and you are spending a month making a video to release a high quality video once a month, you are getting outpaced and getting like left in the dust by someone that is just turning on their camera and posting like 10 clips a day of themselves rambling about like various anime topics and just flooding the algorithm and sending in those like lottery tickets and then having one of them blow up because they had the right title, like description and hashtags or whatever. Like they are going to gain more ground than someone that's making quality content. And so it's almost like if you want to make quality content in this current algorithm, you almost have to like build an audience first. Like, not that you have to, like, obviously you can do like what we were talking about with the last channel and Hey Talk, like you can do like that min-max into a specific sort of like thing where I think Pay Talks originally blew up with free run content. And so they just made free run videos for a long time. And then they kind of dabbled in a couple other things, didn't do well. And then they hit okay with like Dungeon Meshi. And so they kind of like started kind of just testing the waters of what they could talk about. But you kind of have to approach, if you want to do a broad, like you almost have to build the audience first and then let people come to that content after you have already established an audience. I don't know, just kind of
absolutely, and it's just a matter of finding the thing that you really could make multiple videos about, and just make it your whole thing, and constantly explore it. And some creators are fortunate to find that, like Oceans, used to make anime content, and then he didn't like it, so he's pivoted to Monster Hunter, and he's been doing it for a couple of years now, and he's done pretty well for himself in that sense. And it's hard to pivot, but then he's able to just talk about Monster Hunter and just make Monster Hunter content, and that's great. But I for me, I'm still kind of in that independent. I'm just using YouTube as a platform, not so much as a content creator, quote unquote. I'm not trying to be like antagonistic to content as a word. I just mean like I'm just using it as the vehicle to deliver my videos to people.
Mhm.
But otherwise, I like making videos in a general sense. And that's kind of still it. And I just like making things that I wish could exist. Like people were talking about earlier about like summary videos. and just like being kind of allergic to them, and I get it. Uh, so it just makes me think about like, well, is my video that I'm making right now a summary video? I don't know. Like, I have to figure that out. I'm wondering if I have to take that into consideration. But at the same time, it's like, well, I still want this video to exist, right?
The
So-
problem is like when you're in the space like we are, and like the people that are probably watching the stream, like we're very opinionated on in terms of like what we like in content. I think that's a good thing. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's like if you're trying to make stuff that has a broader appeal, you can't make videos for people like us. And it kind of sucks.
No.
Because like I listen, I want to make content for people like me. That is the main thing. Because like I am the kind of person that's like, this thing does not exist. I want it to exist somewhere out in the world. I want to make it. The problem is the people that like are kind of aligned with me or in my wheelhouse or that kind of would appreciate that sort of thing will never watch the thing that I create because they have already decided that everything that comes out on YouTube is garbage and it's not worth watching. And like, I don't know how many times I've gotten into like a stupid like little argument or whatever on Twitter. And then people are like,
Yep, I feel trapped by the same feeling.
yeah, it's just like people will argue with you and they're like, you're just a content creator. It's like, well, have you seen my? No, I'm not gonna watch your stuff. It's like, okay, well, do you know what I talk about?
I had one that was a little infuriating because I was trying to like rationalize with the person and be like, okay, let's see where if we can find some middle ground. And he was like, he said something about like, oh, there's no never trusting any thing a YouTuber says about an anime. And then someone who was someone who followed me said, I like Mercury Falcon's videos. You might like his stuff because they had like a retro anime account. They had like a Lum avatar, and so the person's like, "Oh, you should check out Mercury Falcon." And the guy was like, "Yeah, no thanks." Like I said, not trusting a YouTuber. And I said, I replied, and I'm like, I kind of get the apprehensiveness, but I do try to get as much good research in as possible. If that's what you're looking for, definitely check it out. And he's like, "Yeah, I have nothing against you personally, just not watching a YouTube video about an anime." And I was like, and I was a little confused because I was like, well, is your issue that you don't think it's well researched? Because like, I try to like assure people like, no, I do that. And he was like, no, I'm just not watching it because it's a YouTuber. And I'm like, I think that's kind of like the problem I have with YouTubers actually is the ones that are sort of like dismissive. That's an issue I personally have with YouTubers is when they're just dismissive of stuff.
Yep.
And so he just went on, and even someone else in the chat was like, dude, what are you even arguing? And he just kept going on about, I will never watch a YouTuber. And I was like, and I said like, well, I've written articles. Would you like, and I was like, I meant this like very openly, like, would you be willing to read an article I wrote if it was on a subject you were interested in? And he was like, no, I'm not watching. I don't want anything to do with your content. And I was like, so is it me personally or is it like, and he was like, dude, he just got to the point where he's like, stop trying to shill your content to me. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where you draw your personal line. And it was literally just like, I don't know. Dude, it couldn't help the dude, but yeah, some people are just a little stubborn.
In all fairness, I think that is a Twitter thing. Like there are some people you just cannot win with.
Oh yeah.
But if you put stuff out there and it is good, even if it doesn't perform amazing, like I have videos that have performed like pretty well in terms of numbers, whether the effort that I put into making them actually, it balances out.
Right.
Is equivalent. That's another thing. But views wise, I have pretty good views. And I have gotten like several comments that are very nice, that are very like either introspective or, some people who actually appreciate my craft. And that's really important to a content creator for them to keep going, because it's like, oh, okay, so my stuff is actually resonating with people. That's good to know. I'm not just doing this for nothing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if your shit is actually good, like it will find a small niche of people who will latch onto your stuff and they might share it with their friends, and things might go from there. So
Yeah.
as long as you are good, I think you will find a non-zero amount of success.
Yeah, it's just you just have to start making stuff that does not like has a don't make it for this like niche appeal and try to appease the people that are not ever going to watch the stuff, right? Like make
Yeah.
something that you think that you like and you think is good and will build the audience that you want essentially. Um like I'll,
Because like the Twitter audience is not necessarily the YouTube audience. They say they won't watch YouTubers for a reason, and that's their
okay,
thing. As frustrating as it may be, it's only going to be a vocal minority on a place like Twitter. Like the people who are actually using YouTube, they probably are not aware of that side of Twitter, and they don't give a fuck. They just want to watch good videos.
I banned anime Twitter discussion, like the grifter shit from the Discord, because like I just got tired of it. Where I'm like, this is not even worth talking about anymore. Mainly because like you get it in your head that like these are like potential like people that could watch your stuff. It's like, oh, I could maybe like reach people like this, and maybe they can like see the content and at the end of the day, they are just like anti-intellectuals. They just don't care. Like, like when you talk to these people, I don't know how many arguments I got into where people are just like, I don't care about your opinion because you watch too much anime or something. You just watch slop. And I'm like, well, how much anime have you seen? Like, what is your favorite anime? And they're like, well, I don't watch a lot of anime, but if I watched that, I'd have a better appreciation than you because I have more media. Like, it's like, dude, this is such like pretentious horse shit. Like,
Dude, I remember telling Hayden about like seeing people on Mal be like, your opinion doesn't matter until you've seen at least 500 anime, and then once you've seen, now I've seen over 1,000 anime, and now I get, yeah, I don't waste my time with bad shit. I just only watch the good stuff, so I don't watch as
Oh
much.
my fucking
And I'm
god!
like,
It is
I'm like,
so
it's the
infuriating.
Fairly Odd Parents with fucking Gilbert
That
Gottfried
opinion
when
is
he's the
more
dentist
fucking
and he's like,
annoying.
we are grayer and blobbier.
like I'm a recovering asshole, right? Like me as a content creator, I try because like you do want to reach like more people, and like you want to be like that bridge content of like or like me, I guess specifically. I won't speak for all y'all, but like I want to make content that kind of leads people into kind of thinking more about the stuff that they're watching and consuming it more critically and stuff like that. So part of that is like wading into stuff like into spaces that you don't necessarily are adept at. Like you're not attuned to talking to people that are only like watching Naruto or Shonen or whatever, but like you kind of want to reach people that are around those areas because you're like trying to like bridge the gap and kind of like bring them into where it's like, okay, now you can graduate from only watching 3 shows and talking about Dragon Ball and Naruto power scaling your whole life and maybe watch something else and maybe have a little bit more of appreciation for what you're watching or whatever, right? But I forget where I was going with that. Oh, but like so like it's not like it's not like a not genuine thing, right? I am being authentic when I try to like see the perspective of other people and stuff like that in that regard. But when I
I was
talk to
gonna say,
people,
like, I don't think we put it so much effort into researching and stuff like that, like for nothing. Like for
yeah,
people to not want to look at that and be interested and
That's
go
where
off of
I'm
that.
yeah, that's where I'm at, where it's like we are really not much different from folks on Twitter or folks on any other platform, on Reddit or anything like that, where like the amount of what people put on the internet in terms of content or information, entertainment, whatever, like we are not much different. The only difference is that there were a couple of people who our scene became known for, and folks are like, I don't want to experience that. And I'm going to generalize, just like how people generalize Twitter being a trash place, or, and Instagram or TikTok, because you want to generalize to compartmentalize it for yourself. You want to think about, it's like, I don't want to think about this too much. I don't want to think of the nuances. So I'm just going to make a decision, like with that guy, like the guy you were sparring with. He just made a decision and he didn't want to think too much deeply about it, and it's not worth fighting with those people, unfortunately. as much as maybe like I wish there was. I wish I was able to like some of my mutuals on Twitter. Like I think we have a good rapport and everything like that, and then they just like clearly don't have the same appreciation for anime YouTube. And I'm like, what am I, top shit? You know, like what am I? You know, I make videos. Did you know that? You know, like it's so strange.
Well, people,
I don't know why there's not as much synergy or like, you know, camaraderie amongst like, you know, we can, you know, boost the people on Twitter. Like these are really good guys that have good taste or good ideas and everything. And they can boost that. Like, I don't know why we have to be so tribal.
yeah, I don't. It is weird, like how many people will follow us on Twitter and then be like, I don't watch like any of your content or anything. You know, we just follow you for Twitter. I'm like, the Twitter shit is like the worst part. Like
that's the worst way to experience the Weeb Crew. Did I tell you? Did I tell you? Me and my friends were playing anime music quiz, and someone joined our room and put in the chat, "Are you Mercury Falcon from Twitter?" And I was like, "Excuse me, from Twitter?"
That's the last place you want to be known from. It is very funny because like the person, because like I spent like a decade just arguing with people about anime on fucking 4chan. So like that side of me, when I talk to these people, just wants to be like, you fucking like shut the fuck up. No one cares about your opinion. You don't fucking watch anime, like, but they're just it's so this is a bizarre thing that these people get like fucking elitist over not consuming media now. When it's like for years it was the opposite. Where it's like watch more shit or no one cares about your opinion. It's like what you're talking about. Like now it's just like, oh well, if I watched it, I would have a more appreciation. It's like shut the fuck up, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah. There is a utility to places like Twitter as well. I've been posting screen caps on there a bunch recently. I don't talk as much about the shows I'm watching because I'm a very reserved person. I don't tend to really talk a lot publicly. I prefer to let my art speak for itself. But that's something where, like, you know, if I keep going, I've only been doing it for a few days now, and I've gotten like a good amount of followers from it. Like, eventually, that's gonna, like, I'm probably gonna build up a decent community just posting screen caps or talking about shows.
Whenever you post from your collection.
Yeah, or that too. You know, just actually like sharing things that might get people to be interested in you. Because it is very easy to just respond to like a bunch of bullshit. And like I'm certainly not exempt from that. I do that on occasion if I feel like I have something that I feel is important to say. At least I don't really like to take easy dunks as much necessarily because
I'm also fairly conflict averse, all things considered.
Yeah, it's just very obnoxious.
Sometimes you gotta drop the you dingus. I'm just saying.
I don't like arguing on Twitter because like I'm too used to arguing in a place where it's anonymous. So
you're too used to arguing on a place with no character limit.
No character limit. No. Yeah, there's a character limit on 4chan. It's just like 2,000 characters, I think it was, versus like 200. But yeah, you can reach a character limit on there. But it is much easier.
But like where I'm getting at is if you try to build a community on Twitter like that, for example, you know, you can get interest like coming your way. And then if you have like a Discord server, like what Mumi and Sai has with the Justice one, or you know, just talking in DMs, because like those don't really have character limits. It's a good way of putting yourself out there for you to then take any kind of conversation you might have, like, oh, what do you think of, like, I'm watching Kino right now. If someone were to ask me that, I could just answer quickly in like a Twitter message. But let's say if I had an open Discord server, someone might see that and join it and be like, oh, what did you think of Kino, like in the server? And that would just be a much nicer environment.
Oh, definitely.
But so many
It is a
people
matter of
are
what you put
just
into it and
combative
how you
on
cultivate
Twitter,
it.
and they just keep the, war zone on Twitter, which is not a good place for actually, talking.
Yeah. It looks like uh a quote tweet just came my way about Kuchi Baranku getting a dub from Anime Go. That it seems that they confirmed that it was Skyset that's doing it.
Cool. I'm very interested to see where they're going because I listened to their Prime Rose dub. You could tell that they're new, but for I think it was their second dub, second outing, it was pretty strong. I felt.
Yeah, I mean it goes to show that Justin is still willing to work with them when the quality is decent and they also are fairly good to work with. Like they're good partners and like are on time and have like the produce things and are reachable and they're good people to work with. We also did a Hoturi with them, which is the first that was great that we were able to dub that because that shit didn't even have a physical release in Japan. That had never gotten a physical release anywhere. So yeah, I'm pretty happy we're continuing to work with them. They seem pretty cool.
Arguing online is something you quickly realize is a big waste of time and energy. At some point, you realize you're dedicating time to something frustrating and won't think about it the day after. Allocating more time to things you actually care about makes you realize how miserable arguing is. I don't know if I 100% agree because I think that it depends on what you're arguing. Like if you're arguing trying to delineate who is like a real anime fan or so, yes, that is a complete waste of time. If you're arguing about like something about a show, I think there's value in that. Like even if y'all are being aggressive and calling each other slurs or something, if you're arguing about trying to understand an aspect of a show, like if you're say someone's like the backgrounds in Aria the animation are really good and so like oh no you fucking idiot they fucking suck, the backgrounds in Akage no An are so much better, and then like you start trying to like you argue your case and like why you think one
Power scaling background art.
yeah, well, there's things like that. Like I think there's value in that in terms of like it then like you then start building the vocabulary and like are able to start thinking about things from a different perspective because you're being challenged on it, right? So
I guess it does. I agree. It's dependent. It's all context dependent on who you're talking with. Like is this just some rando, but maybe you're fighting a bot like an idiot.
Arguing does usually get boiled down to like shit flinging.
Yeah.
Like arguing definitely has its place. And I'd say I kind of want more of that in the sense of like especially like criticism online. I feel like right now we're in a very desolate place in regards to criticism, whereas like 10 years ago, yeah, the stuff with like iDubbbz and Leafy, that was really abrasive. But like a point was being made.
Yes.
When I Hate Everything was talking about like reaction YouTubers, like a point was being made. I really want more of like that to happen, which I guess like that's being allocated towards like AI and the efficacy of that. It's a lot more fucking boring and bleak now. Where like 10 years ago it was about, make better content, and now it's like no one has any fucking content that they're making, like nothing ambitious, so they're just attacking each other's like person because that's like all a lot of people are now, on the grifter side or whatever, and they're allocating a lot of time, doing that instead of, making their own magnum opus.
Well, it's because these people, like a lot of people that are arguing about like being a real, like they don't fucking engage in this shit. So it's like it's a worthless waste of time because like you start talking to them and you're like, well, what do you like or whatever, and then like they name like fucking basic bitch shit. And you're like, okay, well you don't, sure, but like what are you engaging? Like what are you talk? Like all they talk about is like who
Remember
deserves
Cowboy
to be
Bebop?
here. Remember Cowboy? like all they talk about is like who deserves to be to talk and blah, blah, and they don't actually like watch the things that you're actually talking about. It's like, why are you here? Go away. No one cares. Like that is an actual waste of time.
Right. Well, that's why it's just like I think the context of who you're talking about matters. If you don't know this person, then there's no real reason to engage with them. But you kind of want to be really only interacting with folk, not to encourage echo chambers or bubbles or anything like that. I just mean like if you're going to get into an argument and a back and forth, you want to come from a place of respect. You want to kind of like really, on a baseline, kind of want the person to have a good dialogue with you and be somebody productive, because the act of arguing isn't simply to convince someone of your argument, but it's to even just the act of articulating your own argument of why do you believe it in the first place, and you can get a greater understanding of it and exercise and deepen your appreciation and such and what you're arguing for by arguing. But it just has to be with somebody that like you're saying is not going into petty argument bullshit. Is just going to troll you. It isn't taking it very seriously. It's just not a good person to be arguing with in general. So yeah,
and if you're just posting
quality
about stuff you're enjoying, minding your own business, you're gonna have a higher chance of getting other people who just like the thing that you like, or may have a different opinion on certain shows. Like we all here, I think, have some shows that like the other really does not like. But like Mumi, you showed me that TikTok you did about Yanni Neko. We were watching a couple videos and I was not convinced at all like to watch this show, and I'm still not like entirely convinced. But after hearing your take on it, I was like,
It's
oh,
good.
okay. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm just not very interested in watching it. Because there's a billion things to
Wow,
watch.
you must be dumb or something.
Oh no, my AI scripts are all fighting each other. I don't, because I was on somewhere that was like anonymous. Like I see the value in arguing with someone that you don't know their perspective, like where they're coming from, because it was something that was like in contrast to one another with like forums and stuff, especially with like something like a My Anime List, where there became more of a thing where it's like you would then identify this person. You're like, how much has this person seen? What are their favorite? And like you're then kind of building a profile of the person rather than like just letting the point speak for itself. Whereas if you're in an anonymous space, your points have to then speak for themselves, right? Like if you're saying something that is worthless and like not really worth engaging with, then people will be less likely to engage with it seriously, kind of thing. I think there's value in that. I don't think it's necessary that you have to like know where the post is coming from, and it's just a matter of like reading the post and kind of being able to determine and delineate like if this is someone that's worth.
It's all about media literacy.
Yeah, essentially.
This is a matter of reading comprehension.
I guess we should check this guy's video. Rent a Girlfriend manga is problematic at best. Not really.
Chris, and today we're going to talk about a very successful manga called Rent a Girlfriend. It's been running in Weekly Shonen magazine since the summer of 2017, coming up on 10 years. That's pretty impressive. But I'm actually not here to discuss the story too much. Rather, I want to talk to you about the author, Reiji Miyajima.
Oh, I heard about
He's
this video,
honestly
yeah.
a really good artist. But that's also not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to tell you about how Reiji seems to be a man who is apparently very much in love with the main girl in his own story, Chizuru. But is Reiji really in love with his own creation, like the Greek myth of Pygmalion the sculptor? Or is this just really clever social media trolling for marketing buzz? That's what we're going to talk about today. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, do all those normal things. You know the whole deal there. Let's get into it. Reiji Miyajima was born in Tokyo in December of 1985. He studied art at Tokyo Polytechnic University, where he focused on visual storytelling and illustration. During college, he won an honorable mention for a one-shot manga called Pool no Saboten, and had another one-shot after graduating called Icon in 2008. These experiences led to his professional break-in the manga industry, illustrating AKB 49. This steady industry presence eventually positioned him to both write and draw his own series, leading to his breakout success with Rent a Girlfriend. Kodansha began publishing his story in 2017 in Weekly Shonen magazine. Today,
Why does he talk
it
like
has
that?
over.
I don't know. I think he's being clear.
He does sound.
He's good.
Is this the guy that?
That is like
what's wrong with it?
Mumi, we literally had this conversation yesterday about I think clarity in speech is a really impressive ability for people, especially as a non-native English speaker and someone who I think I'm fine at English, but it is something that I do struggle with a little bit, like trying to come off more naturally in scripts. At least it's something that I believe to be it's still a much developing skill. So I find it really impressive when someone is able to speak in a very clear manner, very concise. I could deal without the Reiji Miyajima was born in blah 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 blah. Like, okay,
Yeah,
you don't
stepping
need
back
that
a
much.
little further back, a little too far back, right?
Part 1 early
Yeah.
cinema.
Literally part 1 early cinema. Like that I could do without. That's a nitpick.
Yeah, a little
All things
boomerish, but
considered.
not or Gen X, I should say. But
Yeah, the video itself is cool though. I think
yeah,
his
this is interesting.
manner of speaking is just fine.
I will say
Gets the point
video
across.
essayist like delivery is fucking hard to like not do. Like if you're reading a script, if you write something down and have like if you put any effort into like saying the things that you want to say and writing it down.
It is so fucking difficult. I've found that like the way I've been trying to do it for at least the video that I'm doing right now is I'm writing things down, and then usually because I'm writing the video as I go along, as I have been doing for pretty much every video that I've made. It's just how I tend to go about it. But like I write something down, and then when it comes time for me to actually perform it, like I haven't written something down and then I immediately perform it, obviously. But like when I'm going to perform something, I look at the line, like I glance over it, and then I try to say the line based on like how I interpret it, rather than just like reading it word for word into the microphone.
See,
I found that that's a lot easier for me to sound more natural, or at least come off as more natural.
This is why
It's still really difficult.
This is why I've liked doing like TikTok stuff, because how I would reread lines like in numerous different ways, and then I would like when I would make videos before, you'd reread the line and you'd be like, okay, I like how I read this way or whatever, but that still would come off like the essayist thing. And the thing I found,
because if you read a line too many times, like you get too used to what that line is, and it starts to lose meaning to you. So you sacrifice like the actual natural flow of how you're saying the line in favor of like a mechanical, this is what it needs to be so I can move on with my video.
what I found doing like the TikTok stuff that has worked for me is like when I write out the stuff I want to say, like I might read through the lines and kind of like work through how I want to say it, and then I just will read the whole thing all at once, kind of thing. And then like maybe I'll do a couple of read throughs. It ends up being faster than how I was doing before, because I'm not like focused on one line trying to figure out how to say it, and I just kind of naturally go through how you would say it, and then like I can take like the takes that maybe aren't as like enunciated clearly enough, where I'm like, okay, this sounds like I'm getting a little mushed mouth or whatever. That's ended up working for me. I don't know if you could do that, how well that would work or translate to like a 10-minute video essay, like, it works alright for, like, 2 minutes.
I mean, that's like kind of what I'm doing because like the more thought you put into like how you're saying it, like the worse it's going to come out. Pretty much. There are some instances where you do have to put in like a little bit more thought if it's like a really like emotional part of the video or you want a very uh, certain cadence for something. You know, there's always going to be exceptions, but generally speaking, uh, like if you sort of there's a term in editing that Hayden Hillier Smith likes to bring up a lot called like killing your darlings or something like that. It's getting rid of all of the ambitious ideas in your like editing workflow that don't work, that are good maybe on their own, but like together it loses the point of what the product in the end needs to be. So if you're you can apply the same thing um, to script writing and delivery. Where like the point at the end of the day is just to make something that comes off as like natural and authentic, and also just like is very clear and easy to understand. Which there's a balance to that as well. That's really difficult. I personally take the most inspiration from like James Rolfe and how he performs his videos. I think he is immaculate at articulating himself off script, on script. He's the best.
Definitely.
It just takes a lot of practice.
That's the thing. And also it's a performance thing, you know? I don't know. I had something and then I forgot it. Keep the video going.
Yeah, the video is cool.
430 chapters with over 15 million collected tankobon volumes in print. It's been adapted into an anime, a game, a live-action show,
why that
and
clip?
even a spin-off
I don't know why he
TV
chose that
series.
clip. That's funny.
I think Reiji is a good artist. He's actually started teaching online classes at kakikami.com, where he details very specific storytelling techniques. But I have to admit, the manga isn't quite for me. I enjoy romantic comedy stuff in manga. Dan Da Dan.
I thought he wasn't going to talk about the
I
story.
actually love that one. But this book,
That's the thing.
Rent a Girlfriend, just does a few things to irritate me and a few things that creep me out. The plot involves a young college student named...
Well, it's a plus.
Okay, yeah, that's that's a thing.
Go!
Ding. Have you? Okay.
This would have been fine if he didn't just mention it.
Yeah, no, he really could have just kept going without. He's a good artist, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why some people do like those
click off.
crevices.
Just like tap a few. Just like tap. Just like tap a little bit. Just I want to see what his point was before he derived
to his
it.
other option is a bit cringe, or at least strange.
The video is good.
If he's a
That is
self-insert,
yeah, I like it.
Reiji must have a humiliation fetish.
little problem with it.
Because
yeah.
there's this huge build-up to Chizuru finally admitting that she has feelings for Kazuya, only to reject him right away after that. There are scenes early on where Kazuya jerks off while imagining being with Chizuru. Kazuya gets a haircut in the more recent chapters, and a lot of readers think it brings him a lot closer visually to his creator. I'm inclined to agree with that. And while it's tempting to break down how much Kazuya has spent on dates with Chizuru specifically, as well as including the chapters where he supports her dream of becoming an actress, it's safe to say it's over $20,000 minimum. Don't believe the posts that claim over $250,000. The math there is wrong. I'll just tell you that much. That's still a lot to spend on a girl that can't decide if she wants to date you or not. It isn't supposed to take place over 10 years. They're still in college. It makes their interaction seem so transactional. The whole time Kazuya is doing that, other characters are
isn't that the
interested in him
premise?
that he
Rent a girlfriend? It's transactional?
Yeah. I don't really know why this video's getting into the weeds of that. Like I thought we were talking about.
I was gonna wait until like he's like inserting himself, like shipping himself with his fictional character. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that part of the video is a big blunder because it like contradicts what he says in the
Oh.
beginning. I think the part about like the author being obsessed with this character, like that's interesting, and that's
That's what
what
I'm
the
saying,
video
yeah.
should have just focused on.
Right.
Me and Hayden
But
were
then he just gets
talking.
into the weeds of the story itself anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Hayden were
yeah.
talking about this yesterday. I feel like when videos are critical of something, I'm more critical of that video in the sense of like,
Yeah.
if you were
Yeah,
making,
fair.
if you're making something that is like critiquing and criticizing something, saying is bad, like I feel like to just because like you're welcome, you're entitled to your opinion, right? Like there's not, it's not like you
Yes.
shouldn't say like no one should disagree with the popular consensus.
You should
or
never
whatever.
make negative content.
Yeah,
Right.
unless it's insight. Like, if you make something that is negative about something and it is insightful, and I can come away from your video with like a different insight into like, because like my favorite anime is Evangelion. The second favorite anime is Madoka Magica. Plenty of people shit on both of those shows. Like, that is, they're both like two of the darlings of just getting the shit beat out of them by like every which way, right? I don't need to watch a video that's like, I actually don't like it because I think the characters are bad and I fucking don't like. It's like, okay, that is, how many fucking people have said that take? Like, I don't need to watch your fucking video talking about it. But like, if you talk about it from, I don't know, like an engineering perspective where you're like, oh, I didn't like it because the ramps for the robots were like setting off my autism or something. That is so much more interesting than like just, I don't like it because it doesn't fit my personal preference and I think it's bad. It's like, okay, that's great. Thanks. Because like, it's just not, that's not insightful. It's not invaluable content. Like, I don't care about your opinion. Like, what is the topic of this video? It's just been summary. It's supposed to be like talking about his, like, whether or not he's self-inserting as the character or Kazuya, or if it's just like a marketing, like viral marketing ploy on his part. This is also not him. I don't know if he's talking about that in this, but yeah, I don't know that. Shapes, have you seen this or that, this V that TV?
So that no.
I think that's. We're subscribed to them. I should be able to find them. This V. There you are. They make some pretty cool content. I don't know. I don't know if I've unfortunately Sai's not here because Sai might remember if we've talked about this channel on stream before, like we did an audit or something. But they are just doing like anime history stuff.
Yeah.
So like would be a fun video. I'm trying to think the ones I've seen. I don't want to get a 2.
What's the Utana one?
I want to watch the Trigun video.
Waiting for Utana or Trigun to Journey to Cartoon Network. Either one.
I'll go for the Trigun.
In
Really
July of
good. Look at the view
1999,
graph on that
less
one.
than a year after it
Interesting.
finished airing in Japan, news broke that Pioneer would be releasing Trigun on
Oh, I get it, 'cause
DVD in
it's
North America.
541 views.
But it wasn't Pioneer that made the announcement, with the news breaking in the September issue of Previews magazine. Pioneer's official announcement wouldn't come until a couple of weeks later at that year's Anime Expo, and they provided some additional
narration.
details. The series would be released
like
in
it
8
too.
volumes, with the first one scheduled to hit store shelves in February. But
his
that
fun is
initial
great.
release window
20
would eventually be pushed
26
back, and a new
episodes
release date
over
of
8
March 28,
volumes.
2000 was reported by Anime on DVD in December. The series would be released on both VHS and DVD throughout 2000 and 2001. And in the middle of these home video releases, it was starting to look like Trigun might make its way to broadcast television as well. On March 26, 2001, Cartoon Network launched Toonami Reactor, an experimental anime streaming service. If a user clicked on the feedback button, they would be able to fill out a short survey. One of the questions asked what shows they'd like to see on the service, and one of the options that users could select was Trigun. On May 15th, Tokyopop Soundtracks division revealed that they would be releasing anime soundtracks. The first wave of announcements included soundtracks for 3 anime that were all scheduled to release on August 23rd: Bubblegum Crisis, Vampire Princess Miyu, and Trigun. And in the description of Trigun's soundtrack, they made an interesting statement, quote, "The hit anime scene on Cartoon Network and distributed by Pioneer Entertainment."
You know, it's so funny. I see the Anime
Fans
News
of the
Network
series
logo on a
and
video, and
frequent
I
viewers of the
automatically
channel
think
knew that
Red
the series
Bard.
had never aired on Cartoon Network before. This led to rumors being spread that the series would make its way onto the network. Anime News Network reached out to Pioneer on May 29th for clarification on the issue. According to Chad Kime, the company's marketing
I really
manager,
like the
quote,
editing. It's
"As far
very
as I'm
like
aware."
simplistic, but it feels like it does more than like what it's actually doing. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. It's distinctive too.
I don't think I have a single critique of his content. Like if the only like comment I could say about it really is like, I think the only reason it's not doing better is because it's not longer, which is really shitty.
Yeah. It is a shame, and I've talked to you about this plenty of times before, but like something that I really miss about old YouTube is like while the video duration limit was a problem for a lot of different reasons, like it limits like creative potential on YouTube. A upside of that was that it forced creators to become a lot more concise with what they were making and saying and how they were delivering that. So I still occasionally go back to videos from like 2010 or whatever, and they're like paced so incredibly well. Like not a single second where I feel like I'm having my time being wasted.
See?
And that's what I really appreciate something about a video like this, is that it makes its point. It doesn't try to be anything more than it needs to be. You get in, you go out, and you might be like, well, shit, that was a good video. I want to watch more from this creator.
I mean,
Instead of just like watching or having like a long video in the background, like half paying attention to it, and then like, okay, on to the next video. And like the creator doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Which is how YouTube is very much designed at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just
Wanna
fucking
keep this video. I did at least finish one video tonight.
Thoughts on Kexy's videos? He's great. He's another one where
This is
like
simply an error by Tokyopop.
I kind of have to like really squeeze myself to like find problems with his videos or like anything to really improve upon, because he is so insanely good at what he does, and he's so like no one else is making stuff that he is making in this space. He's really like on a level of its own.
There's some adjacent people, and then there's like quality levels. Like I'd say like Kexy, at least a while ago, reminded me of when Eden was making videos. Like Eden and Kexy kind of felt very similar in my mind, but Kexy's definitely since surpassed Eden in terms of just editing and humor.
I mean, Kexy, when he started, like he was just ripping off demo, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
he'll just tell you
Yeah.
the same thing,
Oh, for
and
sure.
they were fine at the time.
That's what I mean.
But he's gotten so much better that like
Absolutely.
his older videos look so much worse by comparison, especially with how like heavily influenced, like bordering, not that he plagiarizes
Plagiarism.
anything explicitly like that demo did or said that I can think of, but like the personalities and cadences and everything is just so similar that it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you haven't found your own thing yet. But he would go on to find his own thing, and he's one of the best people in the space, and I'm really happy to like have known him and everything. Not that I don't know him still, but like I'm glad that we're
R.I.P.
friends.
Kexy.
They were mutuals, right? Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
and that
I
I've
wanna-
like
I
been
really
with him
wanna
for
finish
so
that,
long that I've seen him grow. It
I
just
do-
makes me really happy.
I do want to finish that Trigon video though. It's only 5 minutes.
Trigun has certainly never aired on the Cartoon Network, end quote. And that wasn't all that they were able to learn about the possibility of Trigun appearing on the network. Apparently, they were actively discussing it, but Cartoon Network had some reservations about the series' frequent use of guns. But according to Kime, it could still happen. Quote, never say never, just say not yet, end quote. If that wasn't definitive enough, Tokyo Pop released their own statement the same day. In a short press release, they stated, quote, Tokyo Pop would like to apologize for the confusion caused by our press release regarding the Trigun official soundtrack.
Is there any reason why
In the May 15th
Trigun
release,
has not
it was
gotten a
incorrectly
Blu-ray?
stated that Trigun had aired on the
Is there
Cartoon
like a thing
Network,
with that show?
when in fact the title had not.
I have no idea.
We apologize for any confusion
But I
this
don't.
may have
I
caused.
I
end
really don't
quote.
know.
Sure would be nice if it could get a Blu-ray.
I hope it's not a case with anime remakes, quote unquote, that like the new Trigon is like supposed to prevent this old one from ever being released. I really hope that's not the case.
Your audio is shit right now.
Yeah.
Just because I.
Oh no, we
Oh
lost
no,
him.
my AI, no,
No.
my GPU.
sorry.
Oh my god. First
I
Shapes was
love
LARPing, and then
you.
it turns out that he's actually AI.
AI is LARPing this whole time. Yeah. No, I was just hoping it's not the case where like the new Trigon.
You still sound like shit.
I'll say he's saying I hope it's not a case like with JoJo's where they have the new anime and the company is so happy with how well the new anime is doing they don't want the old anime released. So he's hoping Trigun isn't in a situation like that. I agree, especially because the second season of the new Trigun was not very good.
Is this good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, that was my
Discussions
point.
about the series airing on Cartoon Network dried up for over a year, until, on December 3rd, 2002, AOL Time Warner, the network's parent company, made an announcement. In a press release, the company stated that, quote, Cartoon Network today announced the acquisition of 3 anime series that will air during Adult Swim. Its highly rated late-night block of animation. for
Anime
adults
with the
18 to
accent
34.
aigu?
The 3 series are
I
Lupin
was
the
just
Third,
gonna mention,
Rain,
like,
and Trigun,
remember when people
end
used to
quote.
spell
However,
anime
they
like
only
that?
provided programming
Anime.
information about Lupin the Third,
Anime.
which was initially scheduled to air
What
from
is an
Monday to
anime?
Thursday at midnight starting on January 13th, and additional information about Rain and Trigun was going to be released later. Despite the press release saying that it was going to air on Adult Swim, it's possible that the details were still being worked out. On January 27, 2003, the website Saiyan's Rage claims to have spoken to a source that worked at Cartoon Network. The source had been saying that Trigun was coming to the network for a while, but they didn't want to specify a date or whether it was going to air on Adult Swim or Toonami. But that day, they found something interesting. If you found your way to the Adult Swim website's FAQ, you'd find their list of programs. And if you scrolled all the way to the bottom, you'd see Trigun. On February 20th, Cartoon Network held a press conference in New York where they made several announcements. And one of those announcements was a definitive release window for Trigun, which would begin airing sometime in March. On February 26th, the initial March programming schedules for the network were released, and Trigun was scheduled to premiere at midnight on March 31st.
In a distant, dusty future, Vash the Stampede is the man everybody wants to get their hands on. Good luck, fellas. You're gonna need a whole lot of bullets.
Wherever this man goes, he always leaves trouble behind him.
Over half the town ain't nothing but rubble.
I'm surprised it took that long. Honestly.
For the next few years. 31st.
Bro TikTok has fucking roasted
Well, I was
your
more
like patience.
worried about like copyright shit.
The video's up on YouTube. What the fuck are you talking about?
You never know.
Trigun's initial run on the network lasted from March 31st to May 13th, but reruns continued to air for the next few years. It had taken a while for it to get there, but Trigun had finally arrived.
Neat.
Yeah, he makes
There you have it.
great shit.
You should post his channel in the chat so
Oh
that people can check it out.
No.
I have to keep fucking reminding you. I have to keep reminding you to fucking share the goddamn channels. I have to keep reminding you to like the fucking clips on TikTok. I have to be
Remember to like and subscribe.
There you go, like and subscribe.
Like
to
and
the
subscribe.
Podcast, my podcast. Please like my podcast.
Give it a like
Please
if you like the
subscribe to the
video. Maybe
podcast.
ring the bell for notification settings.
This
God.
fucking guy.
This is fuck. I have compiled the. How is Kai getting so many subscribers? What the fuck is he do? Like, is this old content? I feel like we were like at the same subs for a minute.
The AI thumbnails are hitting.
Are they? I don't know.
I don't know. But I don't know.
I mean, no
How are
shade. I'm
his
just curious.
views? I mean, he's been
His-
doing the Monica movie videos. Maybe they're doing well.
Listen, all I'm saying is that whoever made this thumbnail, fucking God amongst men. I don't know. Such a good.
Oh man.
I heard whoever made that thumbnail poops himself.
I heard that too.
I heard that
too.
too.
Here, since I'll just recommend some channels that I have on this list. Just scrolling through. Famicom Collects.
Just because bows don't upload anymore doesn't mean those videos aren't still good. If you haven't seen them, watch them.
Who?
I'm just talking in general.
Oh. Yeah, this channel makes fucking cool shit. A lot of them are like art books, and manga stuff.
Neato.
But it's always like shit that I've like never.
I like the thumbs. Some of them remind me of Marion B.
Yeah, I can see it.
What is she up to?
I don't know. They're gone.
Greener pastures.
Like not even on Twitter anymore, type of deal.
Damn.
Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to another Manga Talks. Today we've got a big haul. So a lot of different things to go through. We've got some Oshimi Shuzo, Junichiro Saito, got some Yuri anthologies, some more Hino, and the most excited for is this. This is the definitive.
I feel
like
Hino,
Mara would really like this channel.
Hino came up as a manga author in a video I was watching. I think it was a true crime video.
Just open this.
Because like there was like a murderer in Japan that like was imitating something from one of his manga, I think. This is something big. I just remember he came up in a true crime video I was watching.
Interesting.
What about Z no Taku?
No.
No, I'm reading from chat.
Yeah, they're asking about Zeno channel.
Yeah. He watched the episodes of Triton that we put out like a billion years ago. That's old news now. It was really funny. Like, this is not like to dunk on him or anything, but his wording on. I need to find exactly what he said.
I was just more. I was laughing more at the callback of the joke of Triton being old news.
I mean, it is. It's not a joke.
Yeah. No, it's really fucking funny.
It's really fucking old.
Talk Shop's Kamina Botan content's been really great. I don't know if I've heard of them actually.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I have. I've seen.
Yeah. Like, as for why I'm watching Umino Triton in particular, and now of all times, it's because these episodes got posted with real subs, yada yada. Then the end of the post is, then again, these episodes are slow coming, so this might take a while.
We're putting fan subs faster than anyone.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Literally, the fastest anyone has ever fan subbed a show.
Like, you don't know who you're messing with.
Fuck them, actually.
Fuck them.
Wait until, you know what we should do? We should be like, hey guys, we've decided Mass Ninja Akakage, it's going to be a weekly release.
They're a bit slow.
You know, we don't like what Netflix is doing, where they dump all the episodes, so we're going to do a weekly release.
I'll do you one better. Daily episodes.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, Famicom Collects makes good stuff. It's basically just him skimming through or going through the books.
I also wanted to clarify the thing with Hideshi Hino. He directed a splatter gore horror movie in the 80s, and people would edit it to remove like the credits and stuff and then pass it around and say it was a real snuff film. So that's what it was.
Recess is neato.
Yeah, there are a lot of good channels that don't upload anymore. I feel like a lot of them are on this list.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just I think the library of videos that they have, I think is really interesting. But it's the thing with YouTube being so central to the gimme, gimme, gimme now, what's new, what's recent. Whereas I remember like, I don't know, be boomer or anything, but like, you remember YouTube was so much more about rewatching videos you liked. You know, like keep going back to the same kind of viral videos or videos that made you laugh or videos you enjoyed just watching on an enjoyment level. I feel like that doesn't have you don't have the same feeling anymore.
Well, yeah, because who's gonna rewatch a video that's like several hours long, or a video that just is made because it has? Actually, not even that, because like fucking AVGN, like in the Screw Attack days, I guess even now to like a certain extent, like he has a schedule and he was fucking on it, like an episode every 2 weeks. Like that's
Right.
insane. But that's like a show. He was
Yep.
making a show, and him and so many other people were making shows. They were episodes.
Right.
And like episodes of TV shows that you like, of like The Simpsons or whatever, like you rewatch those.
Yes.
I guess like people rewatch movies, but I think it's more
Obviously, right.
probably more prevalent with like TV shows. Maybe, unless I'm just completely wrong. Even then, that's maybe a little bit not exactly the same thing, because a movie is like this whole giant production.
It's about a relationship. It's like your relationship to albums or to books or to video games, right? Like you replay certain video games a bunch of times, and that carries a certain significance or reason you're doing it. But there's no you don't have the same pull to rewatch older YouTube videos as I think I did in the past.
Yeah, I remember like early-ish YouTube, like not I mean not like 2005, but like 2009, 8, 10 range. I remember it was more like you would come across a video and you'd be like, "Oh, you gotta watch this video. Look at Charlie the
Yes,
Unicorn. It was so funny,"
exactly.
and you'd watch it again and
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
Now it's just like kind of passive consumption. Like even getting people to like
Well,
share
because everyone's algorithms are so isolated. They're all siloed down, and it's just what you're interested in. And the only things that you share now are like the quick memes, like small little edits that are like 5 seconds you could show your friend on your phone.
I think we've done a decent job at like getting people to share like anime content in our Discord, where it's like,
Yeah.
if you see something that's somewhat interesting, you'll just share it, so someone else can see it.
Yeah, having that muscle, right. I don't have that muscle necessarily.
You're contributing to the problem. How does it feel?
Oh, feels great. Oh,
I'm feeling
yeah.
good.
I feel good.
Fucking sweet, Lois.
Streams like
Sweet
this are
Lois.
great because it does expose me to something else. Yeah, I mean that's why we like to try to do. I mean, we need to do more of like those like audit kind of streams. It's hard to like find small channels, especially like Shapes. I don't know how much you used to try to like find channels.
I didn't.
Have you?
I didn't really.
They have only made it worse. So like if you type in like anime essay, I used to.
I just laughed just now at the futility of such a thing.
Yeah, I used to go and prioritize by release date. They have removed that. So you can't even do that now. It's by relevance or popularity. Those are your only two options. how to
That's
prioritize.
redundant. What's the difference between that?
It's so bad. Like, and yeah, you can do it by upload date, like today, and that would be your closest bet.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is popping up. It's wrestling. It's not like a lot. This is relevance, right? Yeah, this is supposed to be relevance.
That's not even going into how much these fucking algorithms are constantly trying to push you away from anime. Because
Yes.
like you've had the same thing with TikTok. I've had the same thing with TikTok, for example. Even YouTube. We're like, I will keep trying to specifically get anime videos. Like on TikTok, I would like anytime I would get an anime video, I would watch it in full, even if I didn't like it. Or didn't really care for it if it was about a show that interested me. But like it would keep showing me different shit.
It's just me.
And eventually memes, I get a lot of politics as well, which that stuff is fine to me. Like the reason I use TikTok is to keep up with like whatever is going on generally in the world in terms of pop culture or like the political landscape. Not the point that I'm really trying to make. Point being, like, it is so hard to be in an algorithm that just gives you anime content, both on TikTok, but like especially YouTube.
Yeah, it took 10 TikTok videos to start giving me like just random shit that like there was that Japanese vlog, travel vlog, that's fine. But the one that was like just a drone footage saying is like, no, that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Also, Dylan recommended Guide to Anime on VHS by Yellow Subs Anime. We have yellow subs.
I'm glad y'all see the light.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, for Akakage, we didn't. I had them as white, and then Hayden was like, "I think these should be yellow," and I was like, "You know what?
I think Aochi was actually the one who said they should be yellow.
Let's spread the piss."
Spread the piss. That is the thing about the algorithms, though, is like it does not want you to watch anime content. It wants you to push you toward other things. It's fucking obnoxious.
Because it knows it's not it because he knows it doesn't work. They know how much you've clicked off all of these videos just now, even in the past stream. And they're just like, well, maybe we just don't we want you to be on our website more. And that's what we care. We don't care about being an efficient website that like we're not a curation system. We're not a community, like we are just a video service. We want to feed you and have you stay on our website for as long as possible.
That is
all we're trying to do.
Remember the fucking meme of like remember that My Little Pony video you watched 10 years ago? Now this is your entire feed. Like there is still that thing to it where like if I watch one thing that is unrelated on YouTube or TikTok, like it will just shower me in that shit. Like even if I click off on it like pretty quick.
Because there is more content there. Because it's like, oh great, like I have plenty of that. I can show if this will keep you on the platform, I'm desperate to keep you on this platform. But anime content, for whatever reason, I think is so varied and niche and like it doesn't just like serve it to you so easily. It's just like I don't know what to show you next. Fuck.
Or even like with anime, like I was gonna bring the bring the video up eventually on the stream for us to watch. I did watch a couple minutes of it, and I did like her energy of it. I'm posting it in chat if we want to give this video a try. I clicked on this video, which is like Precure related, and I liked her makeup. And so I watched like a couple minutes. I was like, oh, okay, this will be maybe interesting to bring up on the podcast. 7,000 subscriber channel, I think, bit smaller. Instantly, like it, because I'm on like an alt account, so it was showing me like my own Precure video that I made years ago.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of other Precure videos.
Right. Probably
So,
Doraemon.
Yeah. Actually, no, not
That's
even during
oh,
Imani,
yeah.
I don't think, but
Damn.
just random, like there was one channel that had a Precure video about Cure Arcana Shadow that was
Mhm.
at like 170,000 views from 3 months ago. I'm like,
What
"What the
the
fuck?"
hell?
I wish my
Ugh.
video had that many views. I'd
Mhm.
be a fucking billionaire.
Oh my god, I'm swimming in money.
Be Scrooge McDuck.
Let's check this video out.
Hello,
But the thing
everyone,
about
and
that
welcome
is,
to yours.
what I was trying to get at
Yeah, this
is
Precure one.
even within like anime, it wants you to like it wants to funnel you into like specific shows. So like, oh, I'm in the Evangelion algorithm. I'm in the Madoka algorithm. I'm in the uh, Attack on Titan algorithm. Whatever. Like, it can't just give you anime like more holistically.
Yeah, that's definitely how TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok is like, I like an anime edit. That's how I fixed my algorithm to where I even got to where it starts showing me like good content. Is like it gave me a fucking Ray Fumo video, and I was like, ah, that's funny or whatever. I like that. I'll like that one. And then it started giving me Ava content where like people started then like dissecting Ava in like text posts and stuff. I'm like, finally. But like before that, I had to like random fucking like JJK edits, and then it would just put me in the JJK algorithm, and I couldn't get out of the JJK algorithm. I'm like, fuck. Let's try this then.
And like looking shit up on TikTok doesn't put you into that algorithm either.
Nope.
As I mentioned on the fucking podcast that we recorded, I was trying to get into the fucking country music discourse algorithm, and it wouldn't fucking give me anything. I really liked Grady Smith. I wanted more videos like Grady Smith, but it wouldn't fucking give me anything. It pissed me off so bad.
Sub's Guide to Anime on VHS. I hope to make this a series where I cover many different formats and maybe other topics related to collecting
You turn it
anime
up.
on home media. But a bit of a disclaimer, this is supposed to be a beginner's guide, so if you already know a thing or two about video formats, this won't be new information. And I want this to be simple, so I will absolutely skip over some more niche information. And finally, this is focused on North American anime releases, so I'll talk a little bit about Japanese releases, but not a ton. Also, I'm sorry, but I won't be talking about beta. I know there's some anime on beta, but that's mainly Japanese releases. I once saw a Macross beta tape for sale on Right Stuff, but that's the only North American anime beta tape I've ever seen. As of the making of this video, you can still find the listing on the Crunchyroll store, but it's sold out. Anyway, on to the
I have
actual
the
guide.
Memo movie on beta.
Some of you may remember VHS, but for those who don't, here is a VHS tape. It's called a tape because the data is stored on a magnetic tape that is read by the player, called a VCR. If you want a VCR, you can sometimes find them for under $20 at Goodwill. Some VCRs are better than others, but if you're just starting out, just look for one with stereo audio. You can tell if it has stereo audio by looking at the outputs on the back. The yellow one is for composite video, while the white and red ones are for the two audio channels. If it doesn't have the red one, that means it's mono audio. Mono audio is pretty hard to listen to in my opinion. However, don't expect amazing audio quality even if you have a stereo unit.
I do have a criticism, like he starts very like low level explaining what a VHS tape is, which, you know, we're all old, but whatever, for the new
He
generation. It's
caveated
fine.
that. That's like, this may not be for you.
What
I
I'm
think
saying is, like, that is fine, but if you're going to show like, okay, you want to get a VCR with stereo audio, mono audio can be difficult to listen to. Like, if you don't know what a VHS tape is, you may not know the difference between stereo and mono audio, which
Yeah.
again sounds insane.
No,
to
you're
like
totally
say,
right. It is a
but it
matter of
is one.
gauging
It is
what
one of those
information.
things that
Yeah,
a lot of people just don't know what that is.
definitely. I thought that was pretty good though, for
Yeah,
what
I
that
like
was. And
I like this.
especially the fact that, like, you know, there's things that we're taking for granted that I think because of the internet, and just the way that, you know, time seems like different, uh, we don't have as much of a weight about history. We don't like care as much about preserving history and like explaining what this stuff is, you know? And so I think videos like this are really valuable because it's like we do need to kind of say that stuff outright because even if it's common information for us now, it will probably not be common information. This video could be like really valuable evergreen stuff 10 years from now when VHS is even further away from us, right?
Maybe?
And we have to kind of explain all this stuff and have a full perspective of the history.
I
It
feel
becomes harder and harder to preserve history the more distance you have.
I feel like the problem with viewing like content as like archivable material, I think for like larger popular videos that could be the case. Like I mean like phenomena kind of video, like Kelly Shoes
Yeah,
videos or
I'm only
something like
speaking
that.
on a colloquial. Yeah, I'm only speaking on colloquial. Like if this was to be viewed 10 years from now, obviously we have no idea what what this will be like or anything. I'm not saying we should rely on this for historical purposes or something like that.
Yeah. I just the problem I guess the problem I see a lot of the time is like when content creators like made that kind of content 10 years ago or whatever, like those still exist, but like they're not going to be pushed into any algorithm or anything because they're like 10-year-old
No,
videos.
exactly. Yeah,
So
you're right.
the
No, for sure.
likelihood that someone's going to come across it is very low. I guess not impossible, but
VHS is admittedly not a great format, even though I love it. As for video, you can.
what is? I'm trying to see like kind of what. It seems like he's gonna talk. I do like this content. Like this is. It's not like good stream content, but it's good like
Well, yeah,
I would something I would
right.
put on my phone or something and like just or chill or whatever while I'm doing something or
Oh yeah, yeah,
having
yeah.
the back. It's second monitor content because this is very chill delivery and like somewhat interesting information, but it's not like dense information.
I don't know, like, the videos themselves are pretty short, like, I wouldn't put this on my second monitor. It could be more of a me thing, but,
Like 20 minutes. That's
like,
kinda
it's
long to
a
me.
I guess for me, like
Hey,
I'm
viewer.
I'm such a particular viewer because this is stuff that I make too, right? Like I'm also in the anime space, and so I think I just look at it way more. I can't really watch it passively. I think I have to I would be really engaged to it. So, and I don't go seeking it out. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I just don't have the motivation. There's a whole reason I did digest, right? But yeah, no, I don't know if I would put this on second. I kind of am in the same boat as Hayden. That like I feel like
I like to
editing video.
respect YouTube content. This
Yeah.
person put effort into making this video, into
Mhm.
getting this footage and everything like that. It's not some schmuck who just recorded themselves for like 2 hours and just like rambled a bunch. Which even that, like I don't like that kind of content. Like I wouldn't watch it. I like content that is carefully crafted, that makes me that wants the viewer to actually watch it. I like to
Yeah, I mean,
engage
I
with
do
videos
too, but
that
I don't
want me
necessarily
to
want to
engage
eat
with
steak
it.
every day. I like eating
It doesn't
steak,
have to be
but I don't.
steak. Like
Yeah,
like I
I
just
guess,
don't
yeah,
really like to put YouTube videos in the background like that.
I would put
right.
YouTube videos in the background like that because I had a job where I could listen to stuff, but I can't sit there and watch a video. So like I would watch videos, I could like listen to what they're talking about and like absorb their
I
points.
just listen to music.
Well, I don't always want to listen to music. Like sometimes I do. Sometimes I'd rather listen to like and like learn information and kind of absorb more about what I
I
like.
agree. I'm in that same boat as well. But that's also why, like, yeah, like for me, it's like I wouldn't necessarily go in the argument of like this person put effort in like thinking about in the background of that because I would have the same. I feel like I would have the same feeling about any type of art that I'm playing or listening to, or like I would want to like I wouldn't want to be working and listening to something because they put effort into it. But it's just like, well, look, you know, there's utility to the reason that this stuff is still gaining traction. The reason that streamers are popular, it's just like because not all of us are making content. A lot of people are working and they are in a situation where
I'll
they
put a
want to
stream in the
escape.
background. I'll put a
Yeah.
podcast in the background because that's like
Right.
what they were made for.
Right.
Even then, like I like actually engaging with streams. I
Yeah.
never really watch a stream unless I'm talking directly to the creator.
Yeah.
Which even then, like that's usually just my friend.
I mean,
I think for me,
But there are
like,
like two
there are
people.
some streamers where I watch their VODs because I did want to see what they thought or reacted to, or like I care about the content in that direct sense. But yeah, otherwise I prefer what you're saying with like I like to be live for that person for sure.
Like even when
If I'm watching Mike Mateo, like he can go on the second monitor while I'm doing something else. I love Mike.
Yeah.
I guess like
but I don't need to watch what he's doing.
it's a difference
all
in
the
like I guess what we prioritize or like what we value or like what we're wanting when we engage with a piece like of content. Like I'm generally looking for like information over like entertainment or like the construction of the video necessarily. So like even if like someone watches my videos, I don't care if someone watches them without watching the visuals for like my Apocalypse Hotel video or something. Like I'm trying to convey ideas more than I put the visuals there to make it entertaining. But like if you're enjoying the video and you can listen to it and you don't want to and you don't watch it, that's fine. Like it's not gonna hurt my
I don't
feelings.
hold it against people either.
Yeah.
I as well. I put I obviously put as much effort into videos as anyone else in terms of like choosing and carefully selecting on things like that, making it a good experience as a viewer. Because I think otherwise it's like if you don't think about that thing, people will just click off of it. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want that at least. But like the fact that I do it for other people, I also put videos at 1.5 speed and things like that. It's not out of disrespect. I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I do that. I think it's just like what I'm in the mood for. But the fact that I'm giving that creator the time to click on their video and watching it at all, I think is respect enough.
Yeah, I think
I don't know. I'm very
That's
anti
what we can
like
ask for.
multi-time speed, whatever. Like if other people want to do it, fine.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not
But if
endorsing.
someone
I'm
like
only talking about my experience for sure.
yeah, I'm just saying like, a person performs the way they do for a reason, and I want to hear them. I want to see and listen to what they intended for their art to be.
Oh yeah.
I'm generally not in favor of 2x speed just because I feel like a lot of the time you're not absorbing what's being said. But I mean, if you can, that's fine. Like obviously there are people digest information differently, but I just feel like in my like when I talk to people about watching like anime or something, right? And they watch the anime at 2x speed, and they're like, "Well, did you watch the show?"
Oh yeah.
And they're like,
Oh, I'm definitely I'm definitely aware that I do not do 2x speed on anime for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
not even like
it's
not even like me
I
calling
want to
you
listen
out
to
or
the
anything.
album faster. I'll listen to the album at 1.5 times speed. Like, no, I don't listen to like there's some music there was one instance. There's one song that I know that like I accidentally had the video at 1.5 speed and I listened to the song and I really liked it. And I became kind of like it's like getting attached to it, or what is it called? Imprinting, like people the animals imprint on thing and they like the first thing they see is what they consider their mother or something. Like I listened to this song not knowing it was at 1.5 speed and I really, really liked it. And I'm like, oh wait, it's at 1.5 speed. Let me listen to it normal. I don't really like it as much.
Oh no.
So I ended up so that's like one instance. That's like the only, but most of the time it's like, yeah, no, of course I'm listening to as the normal speed as intended and everything. I think
You
for
preferred the
YouTube,
Nightcore version.
oh my god, I love Nightcore. That's the other thing. That's like a different experience,
My experience is like if you're watching it like if it's content, like I will not watch anything else in 2x speed. But if it's like YouTube content, for me, if I start like feeling like I should watch it 2x speed, I just click off because I'm like I'm clearly just not interested in this. Like
that's fair.
It's not interesting enough. If like I'm like wanting to fast forward to get to a point that it becomes interesting essentially. So it's like, okay, unless it's like a clip where it's like I need something specific out of it and I'm just fast forwarding to get to that, there's no reason for me to like 2x speed something. If I'm 2x speeding, I might as well just not watch it because it's like it's not that interesting.
I think for me
I'm
that
in the
there
same
are
boat.
some creators that I think their cadence naturally works at higher speeds and you can still understand them and you can still process them because they talk so naturally slow in their videos. And I get that there's, creative intent and all that, but like I think if I'm getting an equivalent experience, then like that's fine. And I mean, I try not to judge anyone. I said this in my Naruto video. I really try not to judge anyone on like how they experienced something, as long as they're still liking it, as long as they're still like enjoying it, just as whatever. The minute they start like giving criticisms of it, right? Or if they're, if critical, not to call people out or whatever, but if you have critical like making a tweet thread about how much he doesn't like Free Ren, criticizing and nitpicking and everything, and then he says he watched it at 1.5 speed. You're like, dude, you gave yourself away. Like, well, no wonder, right? Like you have no leg to stand on. I think it's only in those instances where I'm like, well, you got. But like if someone's like their favorite fucking show, who cares? Who gives a fuck if how they watched it or anything? And it's like, and you don't have to test people. It's like the LARPing thing, right? I'm not when I'm using that like tourist and LARPing and everything like that. I'm not saying we need to test people on their knowledge of this show, because I certainly wouldn't want to be judged that way. I can blank on the names of these certain characters and stuff. Oh, I love that. I love that show. What was the main character's name? Fuck, I don't remember. But like, I love that moment when the girl, blah 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 blah. Like as long as they can kind of talk about it in a way that they explain why they liked it in their way, I think that like that's fine.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I guess I come at it from a different perspective because I watch a lot of like seasonals and like I try to give things a shot, right? Like, so it's like I recognize like the seasonal show that I watched might have been a forgettable show. Like I'm not going to necessarily remember every detail of it 10 years from now, but like it was not necessarily about letting that show become like, it was about giving it a fair shake to begin with, right? Like if I like the show, I will remember more of it. So it's like, as far as like delineating that, I never have it. It's always just weird. I guess it's more weird when like people say they like really like the show and then they don't know details about it. Cause like I do run into that more with like younger people who like they will consume anime like they consume content or what, like they'll watch on 2 times speed and stuff. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Oh, what did you think about like this part when that happened? And they're like, did that happen? I don't remember that. And I'm like, what did you absorb from this show? I don't quite understand.
Then what they do, and then you ask that, and then they can talk about it. Because like, yeah, you're right. Like they're not going to remember every detail.
It's just
I don't know. It's just the utility of these things. So like, why are we bringing this up at all? Are we testing people? Like, why are we testing people?
I think it comes.
Who's the main character of Ashita no Joe?
Yeah, it's
it's obviously Ashita.
it's Yabaki Ashita.
Like it's less. I think it's less about like the delineating or like the true Scotsman thing. I think it's more like, because like, when you get into a conversation and you're like, 2 people like the same show, right? And you're like, oh yeah, I really like this show, and you start trying to talk about it, and then like the conversation kind of ends because it's like, oh yeah, well, we like the writing. And you're like, oh,
they might not be good at communicating. That's fine.
It's fine. I'm not arguing it. I'm not arguing it from like we need the gatekeeper, like the delineator kind of perspective. It's just more like I understand like where the frustration could come from, and it is like a weird thing when you like are talking to someone and like your experience. It's one thing when like you value different things, and then it's like because like when I talk about like Dogram or like mechas or something, and I'm like, oh, I really liked this part in this one mecha show, but I didn't really like this in Dogram because like the writing of it was kind of like weak or this area, blah blah. And then someone comes to me, he's like, oh no, I really liked that stuff because I really resonated with the how they were doing the economics, like the farming and agricultural stuff. Like that's cool. Like when you engage with, but it's so weird when it's like such like a different level of engagement where you're like, I really like this part.
Well, yeah, or even just like you haven't seen it in 10 years. And you have just whatever is left in your brain. Like you could have watched it the most authentic fucking way possible, like on a VHS, like on the TV, like when it was broadcast, whatever. Like you were there, authentic, completely experienced, whatever. It's the same thing with people like judging people for watching movies on their phone. You know, it's like, oh, you're watching it on your fucking phone. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I still fucking loved it. I still loved fucking Gone with the Wind. And I watched that shit in my bed on my fucking phone.
I liked it more because I was comfortable in bed on my pillow.
Dude, I watched the first half, got to intermission, went to bed, and then woke up the next morning and watched the second half. And that was still like peak. That was still like, yeah, that was great. Like, who fucking cares, bro? I don't know.
It's
That's why I've been rewatching a lot of anime that I watched from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It gives you new things to appreciate about them too.
Well,
definitely.
When
you're in a different place.
Yeah, when you have like I have found that like I the go-to example I always use is fucking that I want to be the twin tail. Is that what it's called? Want to be the twin tails?
Yeah, twin tailing Narimas.
Yeah, because I watched that originally. Like I even like made a whole thing about this because like when I watched it originally, I watched it when it aired and it fucking like just melted on screen because like in episode 9 or 10, the production like fucking just the animation went to shit and it already didn't look the greatest. It wasn't like it was like a Sakuga fest or anything.
No,
but like it just like went down to shitter and like I kind of wasn't engaging or connecting with it on a deeper level or anything. So like it was like, oh, it was kind of a bad show. When Sai watched it, I think about a year or so ago now, he was like, why do you have this so low? This is like a fine show. I was like, oh, it like fell apart, like visually and stuff. He's like, it looked fine. And I go, oh, they changed the Blu-rays. Like the scenes that I
That's
had
this
issues
fucking
with.
Sailor Moon Crystal. People are literally on Twitter like, those in-betweens are fake. Because
yeah, I rated that with Sailor Moon
and
Crystal
it's
too.
like,
Like I saw
and
the
it's like,
screenshots
no,
of that.
it looked like dog shit when it came out. It actually like it aired looking like doo doo.
Yeah, it's just like a weird thing. And then like obviously like now I have read more into like Japanese cultural studies and like read more books on anime and cultural aspects and like their literature kind of symbolism and stuff like that. So like when I watched a bit of it now, I'm like, oh, this is like a really interesting kind of commentary on like subcultures and like being in a niche and stuff like that.
Right.
That I didn't see when I watched it in 2014, because in 2014 I'd seen like, I mean, I'd seen a decent amount of anime. I mean, we're talking like 400 or 500 shows, but like I just wasn't watching as engaged on that level as I am like now. Like that's something that you kind of have to train to get yourself to get to a point where you can see that watching in the moment, right?
Yes.
Plus you also have to like build that sort of like database. Like now I'm watching it where it's like, oh, I've done this research for X, Y, and Z shows to talk about those and notice those things.
I think if you can articulate like why something didn't click with you in a sense that doesn't piss somebody off or you know, if you can be understanding and also realize that it's your personal experience and times can change, something can get a new translation or a new transfer, or you're in a different place in your life, you're in the right, like I don't know if I can watch Elfen Lied with how much anime I've already seen and how old I am. I don't see the utility of me watching it. I feel like I still want to and should because it's so seminal. But I keep hearing about from people, it's like it was kind of you had to be there.
It's
type of thing.
It's got some stupid stuff in it. Like they show a map to a blind person, and it's not like this is a person who was born blind and
I felt
does
that way.
Braille.
I felt that I was too late. I felt that I was too late for Code Geass. Because by the time I watched Code Geass, I had already seen Legend of the Galactic Heroes and Mobile Suit Gundam. So here I am watching Code Geass, like, wow, a seminal, very popular work. Here we go. And like the first episode, he's like trapped in his mecha and he's in a tense situation and he gets a phone call and it's like, oh, we're going to be ready for the school festival tomorrow. Like, what? What the fuck? And it like, you know, so it didn't work for me.
It didn't work for me either.
I couldn't take the show seriously after that.
It didn't work
But
for me
maybe
either,
if I
and
was-
I didn't
if
see
maybe if
Legend of
I had
Galactic
never seen it
Heroes
before.
or Gundam.
Yeah.
It
Right.
just didn't work
Well,
for me.
well, there you go.
But no, it depends on where you are. Like Elfen Lied is dumb, I would say it is. It's I guess it's a skill that was like you can start appreciating things even if you don't like them, because like even though I think Elfenlight is technically a bad show, air quotes bad show or whatever, I think it does succeed in its pathos. Like you compare that to a fuck, what was it called, Brynhildr in the Darkness, right? Brynhildr in the Darkness is written by the same person, the same mangaka or whatever, and I think technically writing wise it's a little bit better, like as far as like it didn't have like some blatantly stupid shit going on, but it didn't have the direction that Elfenlight did. It does not elicit the same emotional response that Elfenlight was like really good at doing, and there I think that is a skill.
Elfenlied has a pissing scene in the first episode.
Rude.
That's why I like it.
I really like the OP. Always have.
Kogias?
No, the Elfenlied OP.
Elfenlight. Oh yeah. That is like the third. There's 3 anime that reference that painting, I think.
Neato.
We've been going for a while. We've gone.
Dude,
through.
I am so tired. I am sorry. I am very tired.
I noticed. It's fine. We've been going for long enough. We can get out of any.
I also have to like I didn't want to like, you know, I didn't want to be that guy, but like I do need to be up early for something tomorrow. Like not like super early, but like I need to go somewhere at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, one of those things for sure. I had a similar feeling. Man, I didn't even get to bitch about Detective Conan. I'm really holding that shit in.
Let's go.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I got our couple hours. We can, you know, and just 8 o'clock is long away. Just
tomorrow is another day.
And that's why there's still hope for anime YouTube.
Yeah, I think there was something in there about how there's hope for anime YouTube.
Not really.
I don't give a damn.
It's not a thesis. It's fine.
Get clickbaited, you fucking idiot. You've all been watching this for like 4 fucking hours, giving us ad revenue. Fucking idiots.
We watched
us.
We watched good.
What do you mean? What do you mean us? The USA?
It was a fun.
I don't even know if you guys earn ad revenue from these streams.
I think we do from the VOD, but it's not like a lot. It's like,
damn.
This has been great conversation because I normally I've definitely retreated from, not intentionally. I've just like very much retreated, I guess, from discussions, from talking about anime in these regards. So this has been very great.
Yeah, it was good. Good. Thanks for coming on.
Very great.
John, thank you for coming on. Hayden, you're just always here.
I'm always on the slop streams. If I'm on it, it's going to be slop. You've been watching slop. You've all wasted your fucking time. You're getting old. You're going to die.
Why are you?
I might be immortal.
Little self-reflection at the end there.
Yeah, we'll end it there. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
You should edit this into a concise essay.
No, I think
Does this stream have any fucking concise points or even like?
I think there's some
any
definitely. I think there's definitely some.
We didn't get to talk about the J-Stars victory video.
There's probably some good parts to talk about. You could clip.
There's some good, like you can clip some of this into like 10-minute videos for sure.
Yeah, maybe. I won't edit.
You won't.
Them, though. I wouldn't
Maybe.
edit, though.
Okay. Oh my.
No. I'm not saying like take out the ums and pauses and shit. I just mean like just clips. Yeah.
Just add anime clips.
Just basic bitch clips. Like not even like don't even add anything. Just like start, end, and
that does go back to what I was saying. You just gotta flood the algorithm with your shit, and you will win.
Yeah, but you won't do it because you're fucking lazy and you just want to scroll TikTok all day.
I'm giving you advice, gold.
Thanks for coming. Goodbye.
Casting girls to swine.
Unemployed old man.
We're just kidding.
Right.
And